And welcome back to another episode of Roll for Story, the Diamond Soul arc. And like you said, last game of the year for starting on a new adventure, maybe. We'll see if we can finish it off. If not, we'll have to do the sort of epilogue in the new year. Anyways, so you guys have last left off in the 7th region of the maze, and you've been going around and realizing that there's these capstans that activate something within this maze, a mechanism that's all conjoined, and you've actually activated two of them, and then you got to the third one, and when you activated this, it seemed to open up a passageway within this naturey section of the maze, and you found a large dryad that was sort of imprisoned here by the Great Khan, and she told you that you were the ones responsible for murdering her children, but you promised to make it up to her, Elias. She gave you several seeds so that you could basically create a new home for her children in the material plane. These carnivorous plants. But where you plan to plant them, you're not sure, but it seems your word is your bond at the moment. And in response, almost as payment, she told you about the keys. There are two keys that activate the last door. They're hidden within the maze, and you've already found one of them, and you've already activated all three capstans, so you're closer to the end than what you realized. The last key, to get it, she called it the unwieldy key, and the other key she called the barbarous key. And the unwieldy key will be you can only get to its chamber through some teleportation through near the bottom of this maze. But two keys are all you need for the 100 lock door. So, and with that, you guys went around the corner and realized at this point, if that door has gone up and it's opened up a new passageway, it must have also simultaneously sealed off where poor Raheem and Yuckmug are, where you left them. Good news is they get the treasure that's in that room. Bad news is you've not figured out a way of getting them out yet. But in any case, that's where we left off. You guys are free to move about as you wish.
So, one option we could try is to go back to that last capstan and see if it will rotate back the other way to get those two out.
The times you've used the capstans, they've seemingly locked into place.
I'm just wondering whether this one will be the same, but other option is just to keep looking and maybe something will disable these walls of force and we can just teleport in there. Right now, at least, they're not going anywhere. Wait a minute. That Dow that's down here. I swear I've seen him dig into the walls, which means he can go through the walls of force.
You did see him do that. And I also at the time explained that there's a reason he could. But
yeah,
I mean,
it's interesting, but
don't want to give the game away, but you could roll an Arcana check because technically something you have seen both in character and might know out of character. But that's not going to do it.
What it'll be. I know what it'll be. It's because they can turn into like, are they like elementals and go in like a 1-inch gap sort of thing? Is that what this is?
You're not sure with an 8.
But that's kind of what I'm thinking. But either way, that means he could be anywhere. So keep your eyes and ears open. But and any other senses you want. For now, I guess we'll just the only place I can think of where we haven't been will be where the stone gargoyle was. There might be something there now, and where the magnetic elemental came out of, because there was a door there at least.
Oh.
But
Isn't that down this way?
this way, I think.
Yeah,
where you are.
although things have changed around, so will it be down this way?
It might be. I don't know if everyone else is following, but let's assume they are.
Yeah, we'll lead people.
This way, I
Mm.
think. Oh, that.
Where did you?
This way? Yeah,
Just keep following. Yeah.
I think I remember the gargoyle getting smashed to bits.
Yeah,
in
there's
this
the
direction.
magnetic elemental's corpse.
Ah, yeah,
Which
it was here.
the
So it's down here.
Yeah, but the magnetic elemental came out of a room over here.
Found the gargoyle.
Yeah.
It's
Steph, I'll move us as a 4 if you want.
Please and thank you.
No worries.
probably this way.
Yeah. I think this is. Ah, this looks like the place.
Yeah, you do indeed find exactly the location where you met that gargoyle before. And the rest of you catch up.
Yeah,
You
wrong
find,
way. Oh, you went round the back way, but same.
Yeah, sure. You find each other just on the opposite end.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
room.
Should be on my notes.
Yeah, so this is where I found the gargoyle earlier. So I suppose good going on me getting him out of the way, even though I'm kind of sad. He's been a decent bloke, but what can you do?
There is a sequence of arcane symbols etched in a circular pattern around the floor, and you can see a table of components as well, maybe types of stone and chalk that have been used to mark out this symbol, and as well as an inscription on the wall above the table that is written in primordial script, but once again, it makes no sense. The letters are jumbled.
You worked this out last time, Andi. Any
Yeah,
ideas on this one?
I guess the letters might be the same.
Yeah, where's my key?
The
Put it here
cipher
somewhere.
might be the same.
Yeah, we
Okay.
worked it out.
I'll copy and paste. This is what it says on the wall. It says Mexichem Mech Exrodex Vat.
that fuck.
Give me un moment.
Yeah, that fuck.
Ooh, this one, if the key's not the same, it looks a little trickier because there's none of those like double endings which sort of gave.
They got it.
Yeah, they got it.
But the
And
M
Go on.
comes up quite common, so that's probably going to be useful.
Read that last word and I was like, what the fuck?
What fuck?
Okay, let's have a look.
Okay, Alright, whilst you guys are figuring that out, I'm going to stand up here just in case something starts to sneak up on us.
Well,
Yeah,
like
sure.
whatever he's called,
I actually can't remember what the Earth Elemental was called.
the Salazar. I'm calling him Salazar.
Zalazar. That's the
Zalazar.
Dow.
Did we
Yeah,
go
that
this
guy.
way?
Zalazil.
Zalazil.
Yeah, Zalazil.
That was close.
Yeah, that's where the water thing was. Yeah.
And for last session, I also gave you inspiration, Andy, just because working out that key without any kind of prompts or hints, it's actually pretty impressive. So I gave you inspiration for solving that.
I'll join Karius by the door.
They just like puzzles,
Probably.
personally. So you give me a puzzle, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I am
I'm
like
gone.
that in some games, but this is. I like one. I prefer, like, if I had like a clue, I'd probably be good with this. But just working this out from like the raw stuff, like, that's just impressive. And I'm gonna leave it to the experts.
I guess whilst Andi is deciphering that, the other two in this little chamber with arcane proficiencies can give me an Arcana check
Sure.
because the runes on the floor are actually recognizable.
18.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you know. I guess Llewellyn. I mean,
Who's
Eirina.
these days?
Eirina.
It's alright, Llewellyn's only a side character.
If this works in the way that I'm thinking it should work, I'm guessing that this information is going to be some sort of clue as to how to use it, like an activation phrase or something.
So,
Elias. That's pretty much what you'd know. It's like a short-range teleportation circle, and to activate said teleportation circles, you often do need a command word.
Huh.
And it looks like the... What color is this on the floor, anyway?
Yellow?
Yellow or gold.
Cool, that's perfect. You can see that the little chips of gold on the table, it's like a golden chalk. It's like an incredibly soft gold, like 1 carat gold. Wait, is that the opposite of...
No, 24 is pure gold. I'm not sure what makes it, but essentially it's going to be some sort of... Because
Oh, I
I'm pretty
see.
sure
So it's going to be 24 carat.
I'm pretty sure you can get pencils or pens that write in gold leaf. I'm sure I've seen.
There you go.
So
Well, then
probably
it's
something
like
that.
the purest of gold that you've ever found, and they're in like tiny little chalk chips, and yeah, that's what's been used to sort of create the rune on the floor.
Do I know any spells that require that?
Apparently this one does, but there are some that do have monetary value. Something's worth something gold. Normally they're gems and diamonds, however. But
I
is
mean,
the word
considering it's chalk, it's probably valuable chalk, and I'm sure there's at least one spell that uses valuable chalk. It may even be teleportation circle.
What if the command word is literally just you stand on it and say teleport? But because it's coded, like I'll probably, to be fair, I'd probably do this and say it as I stand on it and just like,
okay.
something that's stupid, but it's like coded, but like the word is teleport. And
Well, as you can see, there are like a 5-pointed star on the actual rune, and when you say teleport, the first of those points lights
the
up.
first word we have is teleport in this thing. Teleport to... We're trying to work out the rest of it. But...
There are 5 words and there are 5 points.
what was the other key called?
Mm.
Teleport to the something key.
What was the other code?
The key is the unwieldy key.
Teleport to unwieldy the key. I don't know.
Unwieldy key chamber.
As you say that, the runes on the floor begin to animate and light up,
Thank you.
and you see a series of magical pulses spinning around.
Did we literally sort of work it out, but sort of guess it at the same
time? So that
time?
was the original bit. And then that's the second one.
Wow.
I'll place the teleporter down.
I love that. I kind of guessed it along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was stood on the teleport when we said that.
Oh, really? Alright then.
Did it?
Okay, bye, Elias.
I'm like,
I guess we're going in then.
Yeah, you've got to kind of hold Alt to move. Oh wait, no, you got to hold Shift and then drag your token kind of onto the actual teleporter pad.
problem is I'm lacking spells because I wasted a load on stuff like holding spells and.
Yeah, I've got my big
Oops.
one left for emergencies.
I've got my big 3 left.
Carbon token.
I
Oh
have
no,
There we
you're
go.
good.
my
You're
construct.
good.
Yeah, I think because I tried to teleport Andy, but I was still linked.
That's
I
right.
just re-stepped on it.
Okay, so yeah, you enter into a square room. Seems to be 3 braziers in the corners, and there's a passageway that leads further into a maze-like series of chambers.
Karius, are you the best to really go wandering off?
I wasn't. I was just checking which of these routes looks the best, and it's this one because this one is immediately a dead end.
Do I have any items that can help you?
Kesh'an is a bit more thorough and goes into every corner, making sure there's no invisible walls, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm like tapping on the walls or pushing on them.
Okay. You tap on these walls, and you can make a perception check.
It'd be nice to have my character sheet. Get that. Boink. Oh wait, I don't need it. Skill perception. Boink. 21.
There's actually a hollower sound, like it's still a dull thud, but it's not as solid as the other walls you found in this underground plane before. It gives you the sense that there is space on the other side of the wall. Like, for example, this one right here, Kesh'an, see here, it's clearly only one wall, right? You get the
Yeah.
impression it's like that on the other side. It's as thick as this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I guess we start exploring this way then, unless.
This corner's bothering me. It's the only one that doesn't have a.
Yeah,
fire
it
in
was bothering me too, which is why I went over there and just like pressing against the walls.
You can roll me an investigation check if you're intrigued by the missing brazier.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because it does bug me.
Nothing out of the ordinary there. Oh wait, the villain. I mean Eirina. Where is Eirina? Oh yeah. Okay, so with your keener eyes, you see that there seems to be an additional flagstone. What's it called? I think that's what we figured out was. But you can see the patterns in the walls, right?
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be one extra here and here.
Yeah.
And you can
There's
see
also another
these.
one where I'm standing as well. If I
That's
move
true. Like here, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. These flagstones, as you've seen them around other sections of this particular maze, this region, has denoted that a conjoining wall is built into it as a support pillar. That gives you the indication that there is indeed a section of walls connected to these. Now, it's possible that they are just adjacent walls on the other side, but Llewellyn, with the 24, you can see that there is actually, I'll say, marks along the ground about here and like here, which kind of denotes like a wall section comes out
Andy, do you have
and
your shirt
scrapes
handy,
across the
please?
ground.
Yes.
Get the shirt out. Up on the wall.
Yeah, that's what you see. There's scrape marks across the ground and ceiling, like those two flagstones would have dragged across the ground.
Yeah, they're using the invisibility shirt to have the X-ray shirt to have a look.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Okay. All right, I'll do this.
Because I could do it with my eyes, except I'm not Eirina currently, so I don't know how to do it with my eyes.
Yeah, one second.
Llewellyn, have you tried just staring really hard at a wall to see if you can see through it? Eirina could do that.
Only if I'm very, very drunk.
Okay, Llewellyn, as you place the X-ray shirt against the wall, this is what you see.
The heck is that? It looks like a think from here. Let me zoom in. Ooh.
Ooh.
Everyone can see this because obviously the shirt, everyone can see through it.
Ah. That looks like the key.
That does look like the key.
But that probably means that something up here in the top bit opens that wall. Because it like slides out almost like a hidden compartment.
This one's the unwieldy key, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
What makes it unwieldy, do we know?
But the other one made you angry, which is why it was the barbarous key.
If it's unwieldy, it could be like either really, really heavy or impossible to get to, or
maybe it could just be weighted weirdly, so it's hard to like put in the lock. Maybe like it's like heavier on one end. That'd be pretty unwieldy.
Well, maybe it just screams and throws a tantrum.
That would make it pretty unwieldy.
Yeah. But there doesn't seem to be an obvious way to open the wall here. So do you want to have a quick look round up in this maze area and then come back? If we can't find anything.
Kesh'an, whilst I was down there, I didn't catch what you were doing in this other chamber. Was you doing anything?
So I took a quick look in here.
Yeah.
Just see if there, once again, any fake walls or anything like that.
Okay. So you're like tapping or pushing on them to make sure they're not fake or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Kesh'an, as you come round to this wall, you're just pushing and tapping on it, checking it's not real, if it's real or not. It absolutely is real, but as you push on it, you see the entire wall begin to rotate around, and it pushes the wall in front of you, and at the same time pushes a wall behind you as well, and it rotates into a full 90 degrees, and as you get shifted into this small, tiny trap room, you can see it's only 5 by 10 foot, and in one corner, a pile of sand suddenly rises up and animates into a humanoid-like form. And I need Kesh'an to roll initiative. Everyone else down there heard the sound of kind of grinding stone before it slammed halt again.
Huh?
Boy.
What was that?
Wow.
Must have been the wind.
We're missing a cat, so I'm guessing the kitty got curious.
Must have been the wind.
It's burst.
Ooh.
Okay. Glass.
Disadvantage.
Alright, yeah, well, it does kind of have the spring or the jump on you almost at the same time. So I was going to say, it's
how long did it take to animate?
It was there, almost indistinguishable from sand, and then it suddenly rose up and lunged at you at the same time.
Okay, that's fine.
They are sand assassins. They're built for like striking from the unseen. So their first attack will be flat, and then after that, we'll see.
Miss.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's a miss.
Huzzah.
Anyway. It does seem that way. Damn, they got +9 to hit as well. All right, the second attack comes slicing towards you, and that is also a terrible miss. Let's see, anything else? No, it is like coming at you with these sharp like appendages across their fingers all the way down to their elbow, almost like they got blades on their arms. And this creature, it's got where it would have a face, this kind of little whirlpool of sand that's sucking into a single, what looks to be like an eye as its front face. All right, that's it. That's your go, though.
So I can imagine that the rest of the group just hear very muffled, "I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me." And I'll lunge at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, that does a number. Okay, fire damage. Interesting.
Yeah.
As you're striking through the sand of its form, you see part of it turning to glass from the fire damage. And it falls to the floor out of its body and shatters on the ground. Making it look pretty injured from it. Okay, nice. Alright. Okay, is that your go?
That was my second hit.
Okay.
Oh
yeah. Keep going.
I will blitz. So first, second strike.
First, second.
Miss. Miss.
And again,
Oh, fuck.
another 3.
Can I use as part of my movement to try and move towards the wall I came out of?
You can try to, but it feels like it's almost locked in place here in this. Like, you're talking about the south one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to push on it, and it feels like it's a one-way system. It almost feels like.
Okay. I'll try go the other way. So this way.
Okay. That one does work. As you push on that door, it does rotate. Yeah, you see what you can see. Kesh'an, as you push around and into another chamber, there is a second sand assassin waiting for you.
I still have movement.
Okay, well, it is going to take its attack of opportunity. Just quickly slices out at you. That one does hit, even with this.
Yeah, that does hit.
Oh god, the slashing damage. Feels like you're being cut by 1,000 little razor blades as it slices into you. That was a nasty hit. But that's his held action. You've still got movement.
Yeah, I'll keep moving.
Okay. I think it's going to cost you like half movement to push the wall, but you got plenty still anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. There you go. Something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 movement. How much movement do you want to use? You feline agility.
Right.
All 600.
Jeez. Okay. We'll leave you there for a second. I'm going to roll everyone else onto initiative. Yeah, go ahead, guys. Click on the thing.
Okay. So, we lost the cat. Not sure where they've gone. Guess we go look for them.
Andi, alright?
Battle. Alright, so yeah, Andy's actually up first.
My brain just went, do I have to go first?
I mean, Kesh'an is your close friend, I suppose.
Whereabouts did he disappear from?
He went up
this
north.
way. He went through the right-hand one, didn't he?
No,
you saw Andi.
He did go through the right-hand one, but then he went up here somewhere.
Oh yeah, we're connected together. Hold on, I think it's that one. Click Andi. Try it now.
Oh. All right. Let me just
try that one.
Deselect. All you got to do is drag a box with the token selection tool. a box that only selects either the token you want or selects nothing, and then you're good. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely saw him go up the left tunnel.
Left hand.
Yeah,
Um,
and you from your point of view, I could see you had vision of this is the one he went into, and then you heard that sound of grinding stone, and then a slam.
okay. She's gonna I don't want to go on alone.
We're right behind you, don't worry.
Kesh'an! Kesh'an!
Do I hear?
I'm just gonna have my bow out ready, you know, I'm sneaking in.
These walls are pretty thick. I'm probably going to say no on the account that it's only a... Yeah, if it is, it's very muffled, but you don't hear him yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like make it to there. I'm not gonna go
Okay.
too far. But I have got my bow ready.
Okay. All right. Now you think you've escaped. That would be true.
Uses sand partition.
Well, we'll do something for the time being. It's done. It's 10. That's all I'll say. Okay. Elias, you're up.
So 5, 10, 15, 30. No, 15, 25. 10 feet. 30. 35. 40, 45. There's a passage up here, although it's got a little tiny tornado in it for some reason.
Oh no.
Is
You
that
see
where
it?
he went? I did for a moment.
Yeah, you see a little whirlwind of sand just suddenly go through the wall.
Is that what the noise was that Kesh'an was making with the rumbling
thought.
of?
Could have
I think
been.
it's this way, guys. And that's my movement.
All right.
Unless I dash, but then I'll be getting too far away from the party.
Yeah, no worries. I'll let Karius go.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Can't see him yet, and I can't see if he was fighting something while he was fighting. I will ready an attack in case something pops out and attacks me. I'm just going to swing,
problem.
which means I'm spinning up my flail, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
ready to attack for my action as well.
Yeah. All right, Kesh'an. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll say it. All right, to Kesh'an. I like that you've entered into this part. Right.
It's always
Yes.
worth when you hear DMs say stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this would be... I'm going to give you, only because you've ended your movement in a particular place there, I'm going to give you the chance to make a dexterity saving throw. Which
An
you,
evasion if I need it.
okay, which you kind of smash out the park. What happens as you step through here? You realize you step onto some sort of tile that is like a pressure
no.
plate. This activates this wall behind you, and it starts to come. You see this, and it's all happening in this fraction of a second. This wall is about to come hurtling towards you. This one right here. And you've got the option with the 24 as to what to do. Either leap out of the danger, or... I mean, you can see which way it's coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this gap next to you is rapidly closing, and if you want to get out of the way of it, you can totally jump to the left and get out of its way.
Do I go up or down? Those doors might be locked.
We're not here.
Yeah,
human.
Well,
that's the thing.
you are
That's
the
all
other
I'm giving you
person
the-
with thieves' tools, so you might be able to run.
I'm gonna leave it to the mystery machine. High goes up, low goes down. We go down. We go into the door.
Okay. Are they? Are they closed? Are they locked? Oh god, no, they're not locked. Okay. This wall comes slamming towards the doors and the door frame. And you are dexterous enough to actually manage to open up the door and get inside before the wall comes slamming against it. Would have squished you into pieces. Would have been a very flat cat. Yeah. After which you start to see the wall sort of slowly retreating back, but it's taking its time. So that's everything you see.
Okay.
I guess, Kesh'an, you also notice what's in this chamber is the key. The key is on a pedestal, just like before, and it's kind of got this grayish texture, like it's made of stone. But there it is. It's in the tip. One of the pegs of the actual key is like it's like almost drooping downwards in a weird L shape, as you can see it.
That's an awkward to use key.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You pick it up. It's a pretty heavy key. Like, yeah. It's made of stone, so you imagine it to be heavy. But it's not unwieldy. At least not as unwieldy as you had imagined it to be.
Okay. I'm going to start making my way back then.
Okay.
Kind of one tile at a time. So, well, I mean, first of all, can I see the things now? I kind of know what to expect.
Yeah, this wall here is like slowly retracting backwards.
Sorry, could I see which tiles?
Oh, the ones, not these ones. They were ones like as soon as you started to enter into the chamber.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
it's
further
only
back.
at the beginning. Okay.
It's basically where your token started this turn, which is
Gotcha.
why I gave it to be like. That's why I gave you a deck save rather than a.
Oh, okay.
drink or something.
Yeah, I'll just start making my way back with the wall and step over the one.
Okay. Yeah,
Unless
sure.
I
All
mean,
right.
I'll push the wall that. Oh, that I guess I don't know about the pedestal because I didn't look, so I don't know. Yeah.
All right. The other sand assassin. Okay. It's also gonna do its turn. And that's it. Okay.
All right, guys.
All
make
right.
a boo-boo.
It's Llewellyn. It is Llewellyn's go. Irene.
Okay. Sean is fine. The others are gonna go and get him. I'm gonna investigate the wall to see if I can figure out how to open it. So I'm just gonna start like like sometimes you get those trick walls where you push them in slightly and then they pop out or whatever. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try like prying the wall open. Wedge my hook in there. See if I can pop it and.
I'll continue with your investigation from earlier with the 24. You don't find any obvious ways to get this open. And judging from the scraping lines in that it's come out from the wall, you can only guess that it's opened from the other side.
Hmm. Okay. I guess I just follow the others then.
Okay. Alright. Kesh'an will do the same. And then it'll be back to you, Andi.
No. Definitely dead in that way, yeah. Because I couldn't see the corner there. Right. Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of get up to there with
Your bonus action dash.
yeah. Can you get about there?
Yeah.
I think I can get about to there.
If he was to go dash, action dash, yeah, you could actually go 90 feet in a round. It's up to you.
I don't want to
Or
go
you-
too far ahead of the others.
And
Just
okay.
want to go enough that I can almost peek around the corner. So...
Yeah, sure. You peek around and you can see this long tunnel ends in a dead end by the looks.
You see her kind of like do the whole. She's got a bow and she kind of does the jump and does it ready around the corner. Just went dead end.
It's like, gotcha!
That's
Yeah.
interesting. Sure.
SWAT
sure.
team.
Yeah.
All right then. And that'll end your go, I guess. It is back to Elias.
I guess I'll move 50 feet up.
You flying?
Yeah, be
Okay.
hovering.
Checking.
Dead end that way. There's a way this way. How far have I moved so far? 1 sec. That was 45, so I can move to the. And I'll dash to get to here, but I won't go any further. Just so I've got eyes on the closest person, which is Andi, and I can see down this corridor for any enemies.
Got it. Karius. You're flying as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I would have to dash to do any more, so I'm just poking my head around the corner. I'm not actually moving, just so I can see what's down there before I make my decision. I'm gonna dash as well. So
All right.
to there, I'll say, and just be one. And yep, that's me.
All right. And then we'll go back to you, Kesh'an.
So still waiting for this wall.
Wall is indeed retreating back.
Karius just watches this wall moving. It's like, the hell?
It's gonna take another turn by the looks, Kesh'an, to fully reset. To be that guy. You know what? Actually,
do a few laps.
There's that gap that you could probably fit your whiskers through.
Karius, you see the wall like just come away from this one here, and you just see a paw come out.
I was going to say, it's like when the cat paw comes under the door. Just
Yeah.
Karius, he's like, oh, there's a monster behind the wall. Oh no, wait, it's just Kesh'an, I think.
Brilliant.
There's a monster behind the wall.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Hey,
cool.
I could fit through that gap. I'm a cat.
Quite enough. All right, Llewellyn, we'll go to you.
That's racist.
Mm-hmm.
Just catch up with Andi. It's my action to dash.
Okay. And Kesh'an will move 5, 10, 25, 30. And he will also dash. Now, Kesh'an is not flying. And Andi doesn't weigh all that much. So it's not until Lokshun effectively steps on the same space as Andi is when he's trying to go past you, and he's got his glaive out ready to go around the corner as well, when suddenly both Andi and Lokshun feel the floor beneath them go down an inch. Llewellyn, unfortunately, Eirina, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Because you're in a pretty bad space. Not good. Llewellyn, you are getting crushed against the wall as this entire section of the wall, it looked a bit odd to begin with, but not odd enough that you had a chance to investigate it properly. It comes slamming towards you. Now it's only moving from 5 feet away from you into you, so it's not like it's building up a ton of momentum, but it is still going to pin you and crush you against the wall. So let me just figure that damage out.
Who being crushed?
Yeah, the Eirina is.
Oh no.
You take 26 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are restrained as you are pinned against the wall there. In fact, Elias?
Yes.
Huh.
I see the wall move.
Yeah, you do. You know, the wall needs to close in order for this thing to work. So I'm going to say, Eirina, you're no longer restrained, as it seems the wall goes back into its other position, and instead slams behind. Yep, that just happened. It's got a complex mechanism whereby it needs to shut in order to seal off one half of the pie, but it can't do that if you guys are literally stopping it from closing. So its mechanism seems to revert and instead go into the opposite direction, which it has the ability to do. And Elias, you see the wall slam in front of you. You're now left in a dead end, and Karius, you look behind you, you see that it's now cut off in a dead end. And I'm gonna say that poor Eirina, although they've been nearly pinned to death, they now come free from the wall, but they see that the chamber that they were just about to pass by opens up. And this alien-like creature seems to step forward, and it's lacking any kind of facial features, much like the Sand Assassins, except it seems to be made of some sort of weird, like, bone-like material. Something chalky and otherworldly about this creature steps forward. It's almost armored like a knight would be, but instead of a sword in its hand seems to end in a huge maw of teeth and canines, and these spines sort of sticking out of its hand. And as it steps forward, it looks around, and I guess it speaks in a very strange abyssal language. I don't know. Does anyone speak Abyssal in this corner here?
Well, one of them definitely does.
Oh yeah. The demon.
Oh yeah, it's true. And Lokshun would know what this is then. He would turn around, and after hearing this kind of chittering sound, Lokshun says, No. No. The Great Khan is keeping a Yatachi down here.
A what now?
An eater
Where
of dust.
And also, my way just got blocked off for some reason.
Okay. And
that is
that's
a
on the
cool
panel
looking
now.
creature, I'm not gonna lie.
All around the room, you guys can see there seems to be the specks of something like a glittering like dust on the ground inside this chamber that it's just stood up out of. Okay.
Is it an asbestos monster? Because that's what it looks like.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely something like that. Lokshun.
But Lokshun had his turn, right, to get
That's
to that
true.
point.
That was his dash. Okay, in that case, we're at the top of the round, and it's Andy's go. Yeah, this thing
Yes,
looks.
I mean, I have an arrow in my bow already, so.
Yep, that's true. You can fire that.
She probably sees it out of the corner of her eye and goes, ah! And fires.
In fact, actually, wasn't that your held action?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can have another go after this as well.
Okay.
So feel free to
Yeah.
woo, whiff.
You have your
It's kind of like spinning around as you're firing the first shot, and it goes wide. Oh
Damn
no,
it.
that was
I
unlucky.
lost 2 out of
A 3 and a 2. It was not great. Okay,
Is
well, I'll tell you what you see as these arrows fly towards it. It reaches up with its like mouth arm, and you see the arrows are just chomped and eaten by the hand. And as the arrows fly in, you don't hear them kind of snap like wood. You just see them disintegrate into dust. And yeah, it then starts to stride towards you again, sort of chittering in this abyssal like tongue. And Lokshun translates for you and says, it says something about its master sending it more things to be devoured. Is there anything else you want to do, Andy?
Run away.
Yeah, I know, right? I guess we've got to get rid of this thing, but yeah, so I'm just gonna what I might do, so I've got at least a little bit of power. I'm gonna just kind of go down that way.
Okay. Yep, that's cool. And it'll be this thing's go, but he's busy. All right. The Yatachi steps
Oh.
forward. Okay. And the nearest thing to it sees you. Sorry, Eirina. It brings around its maw blade for its attack. And gets a hit for 14 points of piercing damage as it sinks its teeth into your arm. And followed by that,
Gives you
the
a level of
DC con
exhaustion.
save. Yep, gives you a level of exhaustion. Unfortunately, oh wait, no, you succeed. I hate it when it does this.
They succeeded on their concentration check. Not sure what you're concentrating on, but failed on the actual saving throw for the thing.
Well, it says you're concentrating on smoky form, but I don't think that's up anymore. So, you gain a level of exhaustion, Llewellyn. And unfortunately for you, this thing, as it's biting into you, seems to be sapping your very essence away, like almost disintegrating you from the inside out. After that, of course, it has multi-attack. Makes 2 more. You know what? Yeah, let's do that as well. With its other hand, you see it reach forward. It's kind of got your arm with its arm, and it reaches forward with the other, tries to grip you by the neck, and like slam you up against the wall. And it hits. And as its fingers rip into your throat, you feel not necessarily the stabbing pain, but rather the leeching sensation as the life force around your veins is sapped dry, and it feels like your lungs are being turned to dust. This thing is doing a serious amount of necrotic damage. Now, if this was really Llewellyn, you'd have resistance to this, but sadly, you feel the full pain of it, and that's its go. Okay, it's Elias's go now.
I come round. I did have an interesting plan, but I don't know where pressure plate is that activates the wall.
The one that you just stepped on. It's already down an inch.
The one I stepped on.
Just now. There. Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But if it's already down an inch, that probably means it can't be activated again easily.
Or can it not?
That's my guess anyway, because you're obviously flying, so you're not standing on it, so it wouldn't be down an inch.
That's what I'm wondering. Does it look like it could be activated right now, or does it need time to recharge?
You don't really know. Like, just looking at the floor, the tile that is beneath your horse is down by an inch. That's all you can really tell.
Can I shove Eirina back 5 feet using my movement?
If you have some movement left to do so.
I've only used 30 of 50.
Okay.
And then I want to step down on the plate and try and crush the dust being in it.
Yeah, there's no plate here.
The plate was on the square, you were on here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I just want to hover down and step on the plate that.
Yeah, nothing happens. It's already down.
Ah, okay. That's what I was asking before. Does it look like I'd be able to activate it again?
Well, you wouldn't be able to know by looking at it.
But now we know.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, I'll just do it the attacks anyway. I tried. 1, 2. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, this thing's bony armor does seem to repel some of the strikes.
It's fine. And bonus action shove.
Bonus action shove.
Yeah, shield master.
Oh, okay. Sure. Is it strength?
Yes.
Was it contested?
If you take attack action, you can use your bonus action to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield.
Tested. So roll strength.
Yeah. Just strength, regular strength.
Yep. Well, athletics for you.
Okay.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
I did it.
Nice.
I probably kick off the wall to try and shove it.
Forgot athletics is for some reason one of your proficiencies.
Well, he was in the wars.
Elias'
Alright.
proficiencies and skills always leave us questioning them.
Yeah.
And I take up his spot, so he can't get at the.
Yeah, you push him back into his chamber, and you see again the floor seems to be littered with a fine glittering dust everywhere. And yeah, he seems to now be blocked off and unable to get to the rest of your allies. Good move.
Please
Karius.
Push the pad.
So, Kesh'an, the way back is blocked off. Any ideas?
Yeah, there's. You just see the hand pointing to the wall.
There's a small tornado there.
There wasn't one there last time, but be
Yeah.
careful. There are a couple of these sand ninjas.
Okay.
As soon as you come around the corner, Karius, you do spot this whirling tornado of sand, and some of it seems to be coming out of the wall, like just grain by grain, squeezing out from behind this gap, and it's continually adding to this tornado.
Yeah, let's have some fun. So I can't actually target it. It's just it's not
Correct.
actually.
You cannot target it
moment.
with abilities. You cannot target it. Seems to be just a whirling tornado of sand.
But if he said there were sand assassins, this could be it trying to reform, or it could be A magical effect.
You definitely see the stream of it coming out of the wall. Now, when I say you can't target it with effects, I don't mean you can't still try to attack it. I just mean you can't really see what's in it. Mechanically speaking, it's invisible whilst it's in this form. So
I'm just gonna put this in the chat because of the bonus action thing I can do. Can I do anything with that on it?
and it technically is indistinguishable from a cloud of dust.
Because it's windy, because it's swirling like wind, so can I affect that wind?
Okay, so look, you suddenly control the weather around you. Rangers. Okay. It's at this point you realize this is no mundane air or wind. It is very much the form of a creature that is animating itself in this fashion.
Okay,
Yeah.
so effectively is invisible, which would mean that... Well, I can't target it, but I'm just...
See, that would work.
I thought you were a square higher.
Let me roll for this one too.
And let me check how that works.
They both fail.
Because just check how this thing works again. It's tempestuous no, Ruthless. Nope. God, I can never remember which one of these is. Heart of the Storm. No, it has to be a creature I can see, so I can't do that. So I will instead use the ability of tempestuous magic to fly 10 feet backwards, so I'm not standing right next to whatever this is when it comes out.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that is my turn.
That makes sense anyway, because you'd have actually had to do the shatter at this point right here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you definitely see the sandy whirlwind get blasted back against the wall for a moment before it starts to build itself back up. And you see the stream from the corner seems to have all but finished merging now. Let's see. Oh, it's Kesh'an's go, though. And finally, the wall resets back into place now, Kesh'an.
Perfect. Okay, so I am going to push on through, hopping over. Where are the others?
Well, there was a tunnel this way, but it's been blocked off now, so... They were back on the other side. And
okay, well...
probably by the sounds of distant echoes, they're fighting something.
Well, we should probably hurry back and help them.
Yeah.
I found the key.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Kesh'an, you've gone up the full length of this tunnel, haven't you?
It's got heavier, hasn't it?
Yep. You've moved roughly about 30, 40... You've moved about 45 feet. And this key, it feels a lot heavier. To be exact, feels like you're holding onto a boulder at this point. And you actually would need to now support it with both hands or else be dragging it across the floor. It's going to take your full weight. In fact, let me just... You know what's the best idea? I'm going to add something to your inventory. And I'm going to call it the actual key. This is the best way to do this. Okay, so key.
Hits over encumbered you. Eat lots of wheels of cheese. That should fix things, right?
Always does.
Unwieldy
Yeah.
key.
This is where you can't roll anymore. Only fat rolls.
So, its weight, start off like 1. Okay, it's a key.
But for every 5 foot, I'm guessing it doubles?
Now 45. You are way over encumbered. Yep. It has not doubled, rather
Every
it's gained.
foot away, it's gained.
Okay,
a
yeah.
pound.
Exactly. Yeah. For every foot it's moved, it's gained a pound, and you are over encumbered now. So what this means is you can still move, but I believe you have to move at basically half speed. I actually looked up the rules. I have it in my notes because I knew this would come up, so I got them prepared.
I'm actually at this point. I would still have enough strength to be able to carry that.
Yep. You might be
Really?
the only one to be able to.
Yeah.
'Cause he's got 16.
I've got another 65 of weight before I'm over encumbered.
You know, if it was put in the bag of holding, it wouldn't be classed as moving because it would stay in its in a space.
But it would still be technically moving away from the thing. It's not that you're moving 5 feet with it; you're moving it 5 feet away from the pedestal, I think. And if it got too heavy,
if that's how it's classed,
I would guess. And then if it got too heavy in the bag of holding, it could burst the bag of holding.
Depends how it's classed, whether it's from the pedestal or whether it's from holding it.
Indeed. In any case, right now, when you got to, you've been able to move no problem up till the point where you just got out of that long tunnel, and it's now when you're realizing it's almost unbearable weight.
Yeah, I'll just drop it on the floor then.
It does not bounce or clatter. It just goes thud with a single slam into the ground.
Also,
yeah, I can't carry that anymore.
You just came down from that tunnel. We saw through the wall that there, when we were checking things out, when you disappeared, that there's some sort of way of opening that wall down there. We're not quite sure what it is, in order to get straight back to the teleport.
Well, there's nothing else down there besides the pedestal, so I think I kind of risked it coming back, but
yeah,
I made it.
Yeah, that's fair.
In that case, so because I see this thing, I'm gonna spend my action. I'm gonna throw my chakram at it.
Okay. You can do so with disadvantage.
It's Elias, though. I hit my target.
Yeah, bounced up there. There you go.
Wow.
It's alright, I've undone it, James. Yeah, you fly the chakram forward. It does actually hit, so the 10 damage does go through. And you see the slicing maelstrom gets chopped up and then tries to reform again.
Okay. Constitution saving throw, I guess.
Yeah, I was just
No.
I was just
Can you
thinking.
do that? You can't do that with a ranged attack, can you?
I'm actually not sure. I'm now just having a look because I'm not sure.
With a melee weapon attack.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
That actually makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see you being able to. I could see you being able to do it with darts, though. You know, hit specific points from distance. Chakram might be a bit much, though.
That's cool. But as it spins around, it catches back into your hand.
Yep, and okay, I'll throw it again. Why not? It's just fun at this point.
Yeah.
Like shooting fish in a barrel.
You target this.
Oh no.
Okay, at that time it whiffs and kind of bounces off the walls as its tornadoes throwing it around.
Returns to me again.
Yeah.
Oh, does he fall?
No, I'm about to though.
Ah, okay. Because I know how much it hurt. I'm gonna go bonus action not disengage.
Patient defense.
Patient defense.
Okay.
So if
Sure.
it bypasses your other defense, it will still have
Alright.
disadvantage. That's smart.
So is after that chakram returns back to you, it can actually move up to you as a tornado, entering into your space, both of you, and you cannot see which way this thing is attacking from until it strikes. Let me see. Undetectable in sandstorms. Yeah, it's invisible, so it's gonna get its first attack with advantage, but it'll be flat if it's trying to go for Kesh'an. Yeah, alright. So as a bonus action, it'll end its dispersal and strike towards you. I'm going to roll a d2 to see which one it goes for. One is Kesh'an, two is Karius. Oh, Karius. No.
So you're
That's
saying it dropped its dispersal as it
And
attacked. So I can't
yes,
see
and yep, true,
Excellent.
but it's as it's attacking, it does get its first attack with advantage.
That's fine.
As Sentinel.
Sentinel goes off, yeah, that's fine.
And I'd like a dex save from it,
Okay.
though.
Oh god.
Actually, does his sentinel kill it? Because that's a lot of damage.
This one, Kesh'an, not that you'd really be able to tell the difference between the two, but it's not the one which has bits of glass falling from it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Rock storm. There you go. It needs to make a dex save where it's taking 2d8 lightning damage.
Alright.
And it
Fails.
fails. So have 2d8 lightning damage.
7.
Which isn't huge.
Okay, it's pretty injured again. As you blast this thing back with the lightning, it also takes fire and cold, all the elements combining. See it form very, very diminished from it. It looks bloodied, but without the blood. As soon as it's finished with its first attack, guess it goes to strike again. A second time, and they're assassins, so they're gonna really try to finish off their targets. Makes sense why he's going for you, Karius, I guess. He sees the more injured of the two. Oh, he nat ones though. Probably the combined forces of all those elements. Just he can't form his arm back into that blade again. It seems to have turned to glass and shattered, and yeah, that's his go.
That was the arm that I caught.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, Lavelle and Eirina pushed to safety, but not out of danger.
Yeah. So the wall is shut now, right?
It has stopped moving, yeah. It tried to slam and lock into place on your face, but you kind of stopped that, so it went the other way.
Yeah, I need to go and sit down somewhere, I think.
Think about what you've done.
So what do we think? Do we think Kesh'an and Karius went through there, or did they go a different way? Talking to the group collectively that's here.
Someone playing Minesweeper here. Going on.
No, that's safe and danger. Well, Karius did go ahead of me, but then this wall moved.
Well, yeah,
don't
the
know,
wall kind of hit me in the face, so I didn't exactly see where he went.
Yeah. Well, he went round there, but now it's blocked off, which is why I've come back and then found.
Okay, well, we don't want to open that again.
This trap has seemingly split the party.
Okay, well, the most sensible thing to do would be go back the way we came and hope the others come back.
In theory.
Yeah.
Because if that thing gets out, we don't want to be in sitting range of it. At least in the other room, we've got a big open space to use if it comes out.
Yeah,
we
maybe.
don't really be fighting in close quarters.
Yeah, maybe after we deal with this guy, as I'm still like shield up against his face.
Elias does seem to have it bottlenecked. Ah, look, the little red flag, yeah.
I thought you said it was the wall was shut across it.
No.
No, the wall is shut across
Let me show you what
way.
you're looking. Let me
Yeah.
show you what you're dealing with here. Okay, you see that?
Yeah, okay. I thought when he stepped on the thing, this wall shut, where the creature is.
No, he tried it, but it didn't work.
Okay.
It tried to, as your face kind of stopped that. See? And then
Okay,
it went
if
back
that's
the
the
other way.
case, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna literally step forward one.
You
Is
can
there
see
a
Elias.
gap? Can I see
Yeah.
it if I'm there?
You see Elias' shield pressed up against the creature, stopping it from exiting this chamber.
Cool. Let me see if I can. I can't quite target the creature. I can't. It's in a bit of a blind spot, so I can't select it.
At some point, this is going to reset to its
You
natural
could move
position.
another
Oh,
square
there we go.
back.
I can see it just about now. There we go. I'm gonna. Okay, if it likes draining things, because obviously I felt it draining me,
Yes.
I'm gonna give it something. I'm gonna do this and hope that it doesn't have a reverse effect on it.
Leech on this motherfucker.
Mhm. What are you doing? Negative energy flood. Oh god.
If it's draining me, I'm gonna give it nasty stuff.
You're gonna
If
give
it
it
wouldn't-
necrotic back. So you drain it, in other words. Alright. It actually seems to work. This creature isn't resistant to any necrotic. The sections of its armor seems to crack like brittle bone. And you see its maw, seemingly like parts of its gums rotting away, teeth falling out. Yeah, that works. However, it's still going strong.
Does she get her exhaustion back?
No.
Worth a try.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'm gonna tuck myself back around that corner because I don't want that thing latching onto me again.
Yeah, sure. Alright, Lokshun, bring around the glaive. He's got range.
Wait. Yeah, don't step on the pressure pad.
Well, he is. He kind of has to get here.
Hmm.
But anyway, he can attack from this distance because he's got a reach weapon. So, mind your head, Elias. He's gonna just basically try and like snooker cue the thing in the face over your shoulder.
Ooh.
Miss. And a hit. And somehow took 0 damage. Pretty sure he's got a magical glaive, so I'm going to add that damage anyway. Alright. Yes, Onis have magical weapons. I don't know why that didn't work. Alright. Nonetheless, we're back to Andi at the top of the round. See Elias and Lokshun fighting kind of like rank and file. But he does warn you. He says, I warn you, these creatures, they're usually resistant to non-magical weapons.
That's fine. I have a very magical weapon, but I'm not going to waste it on him. I will.
I can't imagine why the Great Khan is keeping such an abomination down here.
Not much, but
Ooh.
Oh, that's actually a good strat, because if he's stuck in here, he can't really get out.
exactly. Maha.
You put him in a
So-
blender.
I put him in a blender.
Yeah, the cloud of daggers does begin sort of cutting and chipping away at the kind of Baroque plate armor, like made of this calcified resin. And it's just chipping away bit by bit. No, anything else?
Like just Right back round the corner. Keep
Good.
the cover.
All right. Kesh'an and Karius, you see once again a small tornado forming, although it's not as big as the other one. You can start to see it's coming out of that same gap again. Okay, back to the Eater of Dust. Guess, Elias, you're its target.
Hmm.
Okay. You're facing it, like, as close as Llewellyn was a moment ago. See its helm of black-grey oval with no eye sockets or mouthpiece.
Ooh.
It just brings around the glistening greatsword with this slathering fanged mouth trying to bite you.
Ooh.
Damn, the shield is working wonders.
One off.
Barely a miss as it scrapes across your cheek. And then, yeah, almost like a rabid animal, it tries to again, like, rear back and just slam again into you. That time.
I will cut that.
Okay.
Oh, it still hits me.
Oh,
Just.
fortunate.
So I do need to make that Constitution save.
You do. Did you pass?
Yeah,
No problems.
and I do
But you
take
do take a bit of slashing damage, yeah. Piercing, rather.
1, 2, 2.
Oh, you got it? Okay, you done it.
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, that's its go, though. And I don't see a reason to sort of back our way into this chamber. So it's kind of staying on the cloud of daggers for now. Elias, you'll go.
I guess I will. I'll try and burn it actually. As we slowly just poke at it. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Go ahead.
Ah, I didn't do it. Charisma save.
Charisma save it. It passes with flying colors. This thing seems otherworldly, and its ability trying to curse a form like this is out of your experience. Actually got pretty high.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got +7.
His other job is he's a door-to-door salesman for feather dusters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Charisma is its good save.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
That charisma. Yeah. That's my turn, and I'm just
Okay.
holding up the
But now you
thing.
know. Okay, Karius, your turn.
Well, I've got a big thing in front of me that seems to want to cause some damage, so I think we're gonna charge up my flail with that booming blade energy and smashy. But I missed.
Rough. Yeah, unfortunate.
Well, I don't want to waste my turn, so I apparently have the other one targeted as well.
Yeah, that'd be because it got hit by the shatter.
Yeah, so I'll just untarget that one. So I'm going to quicken a spell, which, what do I want to quicken? Let's just quicken a classic. We're just going to quicken Shocking Grasp.
Alright.
Oh
no, bad luck.
Dice not in my favor.
It's trying to disperse again as you're striking at it. It's got that moment where it's about to turn into a sandstorm as you strike at the lower, or maybe even the top half. It's already just a sand, like already a whirlwind of sand.
Yeah.
But Kesh'an, maybe you can punch into the bits which are still formed.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna lunge for it to try and finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it. Solid hit.
I roll so many 19s and not enough 20s, I swear.
You need that potion that you had in the other thing where you got to crit on 19, because by now you'd be critting on like a 12.
Mhm.
Still going though.
Still going.
Yeah,
Right.
follow it up.
Hmm.
Oh, that last one sends him almost to the floor in a puddle of sand. But you can see its hand and shoulder and its head trying to lift itself and maybe crawl itself away.
I'm just gonna try and Spartan kick it in the chest and shatter it.
Okay. Yeah, that part of it's turned to glass. Hey, there you go. Nice. How do you kill this thing? The Spartan
Well,
kick to the chest, you say?
Yeah, so I can imagine it falls back to like one of its knees, and as it stands up to perhaps lunge again, I just boot it straight to the chest, shattering it.
We
Nice.
are justice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Any movement? Anything else? The sand around you sort of falls to the ground.
I mean, there's the other
you
one
move
that's forming.
Yeah,
In
you can
fact,
see it's leaking through the trap.
what I might actually do is grab Karius and try and sprint through and past it.
Can I say also on my turn that Karius picked up the key because he can carry it?
He can carry the key, can he?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because it was only
Karius can carry the key.
Because it was only 45 pounds, and I've got another like 65 weight.
Yep. Okay, I'll drag it onto your sheet. Excuse me. 1 second. Here it is. Okay, so it's on your sheet now. So you can drag Karius as much as you'd like. Problem is, when dragging someone, it's going to be difficult through this wall. Because as soon as you push through, it rotates like this, and it's going to cut you off from Karius.
So I'll just show Karius how it is. So I'll just move forward first.
Alright.
And then I'll just move to one side and wait for him. Holding my action for... Oh no, I just fucked a guy up. Never mind.
So how much should the unwieldy key be by now? It's like 50, right, or something?
It's 45, but now you've moved another square. Yeah, it'll be 50. So I'm going to change its weight for that.
Yep, still good.
You're still good? Alright, nice.
I've got another 5 squares before I'm...
Alright, good luck. Okay, that's your turn.
Insane considering some of the items I've got.
Sorry, Llewellyn, it's your go.
So...
Okay, I'm gonna move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm now officially out of spell slots, so I'm just going to throw some firebolts at him.
Fire.
So number 1.
It's a good job it isn't fire and instead force.
Number 2. And number 3. And he explodes as well. So...
Oh yeah, roll 2d6.
There you go.
Okay, so the few first blasts that punched holes through his little armor definitely seem effective. But it's almost as if, well, unbeknownst to you, but as Candlewick is trying to like fuse to this creature's soul, it's almost like it possesses very, very little, or one that's so alien that Candlewick isn't used to ferrying this particular soul across the other world, and instead it seems resistant to the fire. But You've definitely punched enough holes through its armor that it looks like it's falling apart. The creature is bloodied. Jamey, yes?
Hmm?
You raised your hand?
No. Must have
Okay.
accidentally got it. Sorry.
Okay, never mind then. Alright, go on Luke Shoon. Alright. And then it'll be Andi, and you can roll another set of damage for the cloud of daggers for us. I'll get a good hit on it. Seems to be gnashing against your shield like a crazed creature.
Yep, I know.
Keep it at bay. We'll finish it off.
Yay.
So that cloud of daggers you're concentrating on again, like rips and tears into it. So how much does it do? 44. Yeah, roll another 44 for us.
44 damage. Oh, amazing.
Okay.
Oh,
And then what else do you want to do on your turn, Andy? Because that's just active.
Yeah, well,
Or
I've got to
passive,
concentrate on that, and trouble is all of my weapon attacks aren't gonna really do.
I don't know. Your rapier is a plus. So I can imagine.
Yeah. Okay. You know, can't get past the freaking wall.
There is a wall there, it's true.
Is it? Can I stand on the same one here, or?
You're the same as Elias, you can.
Yeah.
But I don't want you leaving your turn there.
No,
So
no.
basically-
She just needs to get close enough that I can just stabby.
Okay.
And then move away again.
That's dangerous. Dangerous tactic.
Yeah, but she can disengage.
I've got bonus action
That's true.
disengage.
Alright. If you're
She knows what she's
disengaging,
doing.
then yeah.
Literally doing
Okay.
the hit and run. Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of like glances off of its bony greaves and doesn't get a good hit in there, but it doesn't look like it's long for this world anyway. Cloud of Daggers is doing more. Alright, so this Sandy assassin, I guess you've kind of opened up the door for it. When you went through, the rest of the sand did so too. So that kind of helped it out. I'm gonna do this. There we go. You know what I mean? Like when this door rotated around, the one it was trapped in, now it merges and becomes visible here.
Aye.
And looks at you, Karius, and pulls out its blade. It's technically in its sandy form, so it flies towards you in a flurry of sand, and then out of that sand you see its blade strike at you.
Ow.
Oh no, Karius. I think you go down.
Unconscious.
Yeah, you are.
I don't think I have anything that can help in this situation, but I'm gonna look. Do I have any reaction spells that would help? No. Anything else reaction based? Just having a look. Don't think so. No, I think that's me unconscious. Yep.
There it is.
Well,
Oh dear,
that's fun.
that's not good.
Yeah.
Alright,
now-
Karius, I thought I'd be able to get you through. That's on me.
No, Karius just sort of like, ah.
What's your AC?
My AC is 20.
Oh, you're in luck.
It missed with its attack to try to finish me off.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's got +9.
That's what I was worried about.
Yep, the second as it doesn't expect you to perhaps fall in one hit. As it goes for a second swing, you're already falling away from the second strike, and land on the ground with a heavy thud.
That's sort of Karius's fuck you. I'll die at my time. Nope.
Yeah, that is effectively it. Okay, you know, it's times like this, Elias. I actually wish they still had touch AC, which is
Yep.
something that, yeah, would be really
Which
effective.
ignored armor and shields.
Correct. It's basically the AC in order to actually just touch someone, and to touch someone, you'd be able to deliver and inflict wounds.
Yeah, and then there was flat-footed, which was without dex, right?
Exactly. And so it will try to do that anyway, as it's one of its arms is still just like gnashing at your shield. The other tries to reach over and past it and grab onto your arm that's maybe defending itself with the tentacle rod. And it's gonna hit unless you got your reaction back.
I have 15 though. I think I'll take it.
Oh, all right.
I think I'll just take the 15, just in case the next attack is a bit more.
Yeah, so it's grabbed onto your arm and you feel the leeching sensation, almost as if your hand and bones are being turned to dust. And after that, it thrashes again with its maw blade. See if it gets a hit on that. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna block that.
Okay, you can cut that.
As if I can. Yeah, 8. That makes it a
Okay.
miss.
Now, what do you say to it?
A dust monster, more like dust in the wind.
Yeah, the
All right.
words that came to mind were "no eating here tonight."
All right, let me undo that damage for you. Wait, you didn't take it. No, you're good. All right, back to you then.
Did take 15 though.
Yeah.
Oh, you already
necrotic.
took that off. Yeah, I guess I'll just.
Keep it up.
Yeah, keep up the attacking.
Nice.
Oh,
Not nice.
I wanted all 3.
Been a while since we've seen the effect apply.
Yeah, and just to assert dominance, I'll try and shove it again.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. No, it's like clawing up against you, almost like trying to climb over the shield, but you're unable to push it back.
I could cut that if I wanted, but no, I'm alright.
Oh no, Karius,
Oh no.
you need to help, Kesh'an. Karius does
Okay.
not follow you through. You know it's been about 6 seconds.
Okay. Well, if he didn't follow me through, then I can only imagine that the creature has appeared. So I'm going to do the only thing that I can think of doing, and I'm going to drop kick this wall.
Oh, what?
Which will then
You mean
spin
like-
it round into here. And
Y-
he'd go
it
up into
would.
that top section.
Yeah, do you mean to try and end your turn in the same space you are in, or do you want to go around?
I'd prefer to move it round,
Okay.
but I'm also hoping that I can kick it with some force.
You will definitely kick it with enough force to rotate it round. 100%. However, though, it will then spin round and the wall behind you kind of drags you into the next chamber.
That's fine.
Okay.
And I keep going.
Alright. You continue to rotate it round. Sure enough, you can get all the way around back to Karius, who is lying on the floor, unconscious, bleeding out from a very bad slash. No sign of the creature that did this, though.
Well, I mean, I can kind of guess what creature did it.
Yeah, true. In fact, Kesh'an, you can probably see a little trail of of sand coming from this wall right here. Just right there.
I'm going to. Oh, but he didn't move the wall, did he? He just came through it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I was thinking about blocking it off. I'm gonna check Karius for a healing potion.
I don't have
Okay.
one.
Doesn't look like he's got one on his person.
I'm just gonna try and stabilize him then.
Roll a medicine check.
21. Let's
Success.
go.
Karius is stabilized.
The thing is I can't move you because you got the fucking key.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true. And you can't drag him through here because otherwise you'll just get.
Is it in his
caught in the wall.
hand?
It's probably right because you've got to bend down to pick it up.
So it would have fell to the floor, surely.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess
Sweet.
you're right.
In that case, I'm gonna drag Karius round the corner. And I'm just gonna prepare. I mean,
Alright.
I can't really do anything, so.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that was your action, wasn't it? Okay, back to you, Levant. You got this thing cornered. It's not getting through.
Just gonna do a repeat. Pew pew pew. Number 1. Wait,
Oh,
why
God.
am I targeting you?
Good. I don't know where you're targeting me.
Really?
Watch where you're aiming that thing.
Well, you know, if you got out of the way. Number 2. And number 3. So 2 of those hit.
Yep. Lokshun, in true NPC fashion, misses both attacks. And then back to Andi. You can roll another 44.
But he's a fucking Oni.
You would... Yeah, I know he is. He's got +7 to hit, though. And this thing's 10 damage. Looking pretty bad.
I mean, I'm gonna try the same thing again.
Yeah.
I did before. Come around here. Horsey what? Just squeeze
You
into
got
your
this.
space.
That's the wrong sheet.
I believe.
Oh no.
Just like holding the shield in front of her as she like goes in one of the corners.
Let's
Nice.
stab.
Sneak attack.
Good stab. Obliterated.
With the rapier. It's a magical weapon, too.
And then you can do your other one, Psychic Blades, can't you?
If I want to use one of my bardic inspirations, I believe. But how many have I got? No, I'm gonna leave that.
Okay.
Do I leave it?
It's on,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
on
gonna do it.
death's door.
Okay.
It's up to you if you want to go for a fifth blow.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
know
you
that
might.
shit shattered
Yeah,
away a lot.
that will definitely do it. There it goes. Over the edge. How do you want to do this, Andi?
Nice.
It's being stabbed, it's being shredded, now its mind is too.
I could just see her. She's like starting to turn around, and she just suddenly turns back to it and screams in its face.
It
She literally
screams.
screams in its face, and its head just goes.
Yeah, it
That
just
high pitched
vaporizes.
opera
Yeah.
scream.
She's just like, everyone cover
Absolutely.
your ears.
Yeah, almost as if to join the dust on the floor. The thing vaporizes from head to toe as that scream emanates loud enough that it's so high pitched enough the rest of you can't hear it. Only it can hear it, and it just
Sean
seems to
hears it from the
scatter
other room.
Yeah.
Because Sean's just like,
Very nice. Yeah, its remains are scattered across the glittering, powdery ground, and that thing's gone.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Yeah, it appears so.
And then
The
Elias,
swords just party remains.
Elias just turns around to look and just like, are you afraid to hit your own kind? Is this what this is?
No, I'm just behind you, and you're very much in the way.
Everyone else managed to hit.
And I'm
They
behind
are-
you.
It's these things inspire fear amongst anyone. Probably better that you don't know what these things are.
It's dead. That's what it is.
What did you call it?
An
You
eater
can't-
of dust. They
are
are.
you-
They are.
and you're
They
made up of
consume
dust?
just about anything with their horrible animated maw blades, including most gems and metals. But they
Yeah.
prefer flesh and the souls of mortals.
Yeah, I kind of got that when he was trying to eat my face off, but we all did our part, except for you.
I
I
did a
want to
bit.
sneak past, and I'm gonna pull out like a little vial and just scoop some of the stuff ready to give to my book later.
Just-
Yeah. Cool.
Try and aim a little better next time, because that was rough.
It's your go there, Elias. You want to go anywhere?
I attack looked no.
You know the other way's a dead end.
Yeah, I
sadly.
guess we're going back. Come on, past the mine and minesweeper.
Okay.
Uh,
Karius is stable. Back to you, Kesh'an. And it seems like these things do take a while to get through the wall. Hence why the last 3 turns you were waiting for this thing to move. It was also just slowly, like an hourglass, coming through. Oh, Elias, you do spot the sand assassin. Half of its arm is inside the wall. And it turns to you suddenly, looking at you with a surprised sort of expression.
guys,
Eirina.
I think Kesh'an turned to dust.
That does not look like a shot. Come on. Alright.
So
You can wait for it, or you can... I mean, it's up to you. What do you want to do, Kesh'an?
mm,
But this thing is not through the wall yet, by the looks.
I'm gonna bring Karius a little bit further that way, and I'm going to wait to ambush it.
Oh,
I'm going
okay.
to I'm going to
Why?
assassinate the assassin.
Nice. Alright, give me a stealth check then.
Yeah.
And then Llewellyn, be back to
Yeah.
you.
Oh, wait,
23.
Ooh.
I can actually attack it because I have a 15-foot range. Sorry.
Yeah, Llewellyn then.
I have to use my action to dash, and I've just walked straight into its pathway, but there you go. I've got 5 more foot, I'm gonna go, nope, and I'm gonna move back,
Yeah. Okay.
and I'm there.
Kesh'an also has to dash to get anywhere. And then Andy's go. There's still a cloud of daggers like swooping up and sending this glittering dust into the air. The dust of which, by the way, you're not sure if it's part of the... I mean, the creature seems to be made of like calcified like resin, whereas the rest of the dust in this room seems to be made of a much glittering, finer powder. It sparkles in the same. It sparkles in the light of your headband.
Okay. Right. I don't think I can do anything about that right now. But yeah, she's gonna take note of that. Let's head back to the others.
If you wanted to identify it, you could give me a dual crafters check.
Yeah, I could do while I was still back there. Fine. Over it. On. Never find anything on here. Tools. Tools.
Okay.
What am I using?
And then you can use. I'm going to say
Dexterity.
use intelligence for this one, purely because this one's you're trying to identify it.
Ooh.
The glittering powder on the floor and the stuff that got kicked up from the cloud of daggers, it sparkles with the same glittering light as diamond dust.
Yep, she takes up some of that then before she runs off.
I literally just see her crouching down and just scooping it all into her hood.
Yeah. She like comes running back and just her cape's just full of all this dust. She's just like, ah.
From the
guys. I need something to put this in.
Just
Go.
bag of holding.
I mean,
So-
does anyone have like a pot or a vial or something like that before I just tip diamond dust into a bag of...
I open up the bag of holding and I'll pull out Eirina's good robes. We could just use that as a bag
Okay.
for now.
Yeah, sadly not quite what we're looking for, but it'd be good for like greater restorations and stuff if anyone has that.
This tornado here, you see before you look, Elias, keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller before it finally sinks
release my-
away
Can I
through the
release my
wall.
can I release my attack before it disappears?
No, it goes before you.
No, I mean my held action to attack.
You're 15 foot away.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
whip.
The whip reaches.
15 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. You can, but you'll have disadvantage.
yeah, I figured as much. I
So
mean,
target this.
yeah, I've got it targeted, so yeah, that hits.
It hits. What the fuck?
So
Give it a good
Is
slap
it-
on the way out. Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
come on, slow you down.
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
That would have been
Always two, never three.
give it a good tap in before it goes on the way. Alright. Walking through, doesn't seem to see where the body is anymore. But it's on the edge. It's ready. What's your stealth? 20 something, right?
It was
Yep.
like 23 or something.
Yeah. It's actually got pretty high passive perception, but you smashed it out of the park. And as it begins to come around the corner, it has to use quite a bit of movement to get through here, but it definitely hasn't spotted you. How do I do this? I guess, you know what? I'll let it make a perception check as an action instead. Nope. It's completely preoccupied by maybe inspecting the rest of its ally, the other sand assassin, who has been partially turned to glass, chest shattered, and now it's got its back to you, Kesh'an, leaning down at the pile in the corner. It's your turn.
Awesome. There's so many things I want to do. Just before I do anything, I want to quickly spy this way.
Uh-huh.
Does it look like there's a pressure plate?
Okay. To identify if there is one or not would require a full action of investigation
No,
So-
that's fair.
or perception. But
Um,
yeah,
I was just gonna try and go a quick way, but it's okay. I'm gonna sneak up behind it and I'm gonna assassinate the assassin.
yeah. You glance into that little hallway, but you realize you can't give up this opportunity. If you hesitate now, you might turn around. And yeah, you got a good hit on him if you want to finish it.
Is it a
You have
stealth
advantage.
tax or advantage? Cool.
You have advantage, yeah.
Got him.
A nice 18. Yeah, he's stuck through the chest with one of the ice and fire wheels.
This one would be flat.
Yep. Oh, the second one rips up out of his shoulder. You see the thing splitting apart. And
Flurry
he's
of blows.
barely going. You see him like shuddering there for a moment all of his arms and limbs are falling away into. Oh my god! You have to put it up in a crit again. The last one died in a crit. How do you want to do this?
So I sneak up behind it, and the first one to go through it is the ice wheel. The second one following the fire, and as its body starts to like crystallize from the inside out, the first strike kicks its legs out from underneath it, and the other attack is just an uppercut which just shats it from the bottom up.
Nice. GG. That ends combat.
Oh. And well, in that case, I'm just gonna run over because I'm assuming I heard the commotion on the other end when it tried to come through.
Yeah, you can. And just as you're about to push open, you're met face to face with like Lokshun, who's also just about to go into that square. He's here.
I just kind of like push it open a crack so I don't have to go all the way through.
Ah, right. It's all clear. Yeah, it's all clear this way. Where's
It's clear
Karius?
this way. He's down. He's injured.
We need a healer.
Hello.
Go around the other way. He points to the wall ahead and runs back to Karius.
Oh. Okay. I'm stuck.
Figures it out eventually.
Yeah. Give him a quick.
I managed to patch up his wound as quick as I could, but he's not doing good.
I'll pop him a potion of healing, actually.
Okay. That'll fix her up. 7 points of healing. No longer unconscious.
Yeah.
Tastes like strawberries. Oh, right. Hi.
Hello.
I'm not dead. Cool.
I managed to get them.
Nice. Good one. We got the key. Turns out we were sort of right because it's sort of weirdly shaped, but also it seems to get heavier the further we get away from, or the more we move with it. Not sure if it's further away from the thing or not. I can carry it for a bit.
Have you tried hanging it on your glaive?
I mean, my glaive. I suppose that's one way of doing it. Let me just get.
What's the key look like? Does it have like a loop on the end?
It's like
or...
an L shape, right? You said.
Yeah, if you if I make the image bigger, see what I mean?
Yeah.
There, it's kind of got this hook on the end. See it there?
So that top part isn't like holes through it or anything.
No.
No. Oh, but it's got a hook, so you can hook it on.
Yeah, that's the kind of hook L shape sort of thing.
I think our glaives or whatever have the ability to hold more than we do.
Yeah, but we should be okay, at least for the time being. As we head back down towards the teleport, it should, in theory, get lighter if it's distance from the thing.
Oh, from that pedestal we saw through the wall. So, yeah, I guess we could give that a try, but we should probably consider. We have what, one more sleep left until thing. Yeah. So maybe we should like consider when we're going to use that, because I could heal us all again once more. That'll take up my 5th level.
Once we've dealt with the Tao, because I have a feeling that he's gonna either ambush us if we try to sleep, or he's gonna get there first somehow.
So shall I give us all one last heal? and then save my sixth and seventh slot for
Yeah.
important things.
Let's all gather up. Back near the teleporter is probably a good bet. And then we can...
Yeah.
So we're just going to try to all gather up over here. And as I'm like here, has the key got lighter now that I'm nearer the pedestal?
No, it's only got heavier.
So it's each step you take.
So it's each step that you take. So technically, if you put it in the bag, it's in a space where to objects and things in there, they don't technically move.
As you show the others, you realize there's another inscription on it. This one says this.
I swear
something about a box.
Didn't
something
the
about
first
Max.
one have Ebok in it as one? Ebok.
It did, yeah. And Max.
5 from the left bit is exactly the same.
Really? 5 from the left and 3 in between.
Oh, it is exactly the same.
No, it's not exactly the same.
Oh, but close.
5 from the right, I'm guessing. Or...
I'm pretty sure I remember the double X.
Yeah, the rest of it's the same. So it's 5 from the right with 3 in between.
Ah, so 5 from the left and 5 from the right with 3 in between.
Yeah.
So that's where this one goes.
Alright, let's
gather up.
Try to... so, how much does the key weigh now?
Okay, let's figure it out. It weighs 5, 10, 20, 25. It currently weighs 100 pounds.
Huh.
Right,
and how much can the bag of holding hold?
Yeah.
Not enough to risk it.
Well, in theory...
Eirina, I have an idea. But this might be one that might be a good one for you, Andi and Kesh'an. If we take the key back, put it on the pedestal, it might reset. And then we can try to open this doorway, and then we've moved it less far. So it won't get as heavy as quick. Would be my thought, but it's up to everyone else. Actually,
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
He's asking you to go with him to identify if this door can be opened from the other side.
He has an easier solution.
Yeah.
What if I cast levitate on the key?
Levitate has a limitation.
500 pounds.
Ah. Really? Fair enough.
that would work.
Levitate on the key, move it along with the glaive.
Yeah.
Cool. You'll do
Right.
that then.
Before we go,
Big brain.
just in case, someone's on the other side. Last 5th level.
Would it be worth trying to reset it just in case it does work?
Worth a shot. You wish to figure that out?
That was a really bad roll.
What I'll do in that case, because I know where the trap is on the other side, I'll quickly sprint round and see from the other side.
Okay.
Kesh'an, do you just want to take the glaive so you don't even touch the floor?
That's okay. I can jump it.
Fair.
Alright. You go back the other way then, with the key in hand, just ready before you use the spell. As you place it back in to the pedestal, you do hear a lighter clinking sound as the key is placed in there. Like it kind of clatters into the pedestal's tray.
Oh, okay. I'll pick up the key, or try to.
Yep. It's as light as it was when you first picked it up. Single pound.
Sweet. and I'll go to the wall that they said they think moves, and I'll try and push it open.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
No problemo. El Capitan.
Or you can also use perception, I guess.
Perception,
More
please.
Yeah, go on then.
25.
Nice. Yeah. Not as simple as the other turntable walls. This one seems to have a sequence of bricks that, as you're pushing in, seem to activate the door, and it does begin to push open. And you see Kesh'an on the other side.
Hi.
Hello. Is it lighter?
So it seems to make it lighter again. It seems to reset its way back to the beginning.
Also, how angry is the other key looking?
Oh, yeah. He's holding on to them.
It's in the bag of holding,
Oh, is it?
so no one's technically carrying it.
All right then. We're good.
All right. Cool. So we're casting levitate on it. Before we pick it up, it might be ideal to actually find out where we're going, just in case.
I mean, the teleporter obviously is going to have the same inscriptions to say,
You can see it's active. The actual teleporter here. Yeah. You can
we
see
take it
it's
back
clearly
to
active.
that panel that's got all the holes in it, right?
Have you found that?
No, but we know someone who has.
Mm-hmm.
Said that we had to find the keys first.
Yeah, so let's go
That's what
find
we've
the
done.
pit fiend, and then I suspect it's going to be that one door with the weird panel on it that we couldn't open. If we can find that.
Wasn't that the one that opened into the grassy area?
Might have been, might not have
With
been.
the stone boys.
However, there was that wall like straight up from the entrance, which was weirdly out of place in comparison.
Yeah.
It was like a curve. What was it, like a curved wall?
Yeah. Well, if we head back, we can at least try to work it out, I guess.
Yeah, and if we need to, we can just drop the key.
Yeah.
The only thing is, we don't want to go too far to not be able to pick it up again.
True.
Is this door still open with the pedestal in it?
Yeah.
Cool. Can I go and take a look at it, please?
Yeah, go ahead, move your
Let's
token.
see if I can figure out what exactly about it is resetting the key.
Bring the pedestal with us.
Probably attack the floor. No.
So, you would need some sort of way to see magic to know exactly what it is, but you can probably use your best guess with some sort of arcana check.
I mean, Llewellyn can detect magic, Connie.
Can.
Yeah. So if I believe enough.
Alright. Use that then.
What am I
Use
using?
your
Arcana.
Yeah.
13.
Your best guess is it's some sort of transmutation magic, but the pedestal doesn't look like it's going to be able to move. And if it is a spell, it's clearly got it on some sort of permanence, such that you wouldn't be able to recreate the spell. In fact, you're not even sure if it's from this world. It might be from the Elder Scrolls series. A spell called Feather. Does not exist within the weave of D&D.
There's no markings or anything on it.
No, I'm afraid not.
Who knows? Maybe we can find out how to cast that spell in the future in Terrig's Tower.
Yeah. As of right now, it has worked. You can test it again and again. It seems like the key does reset its weight, but only on this pedestal.
One other thing worth testing, actually, because putting into an extra dimensional space might just count as moving at a vast distance, so I don't want to try that. Let's just levitate the key, take it with us. And...
Once again, I think finding out where it needs to go first, and then coming back and getting it and just beelining it there.
I was thinking, if we head back at least into the previous room at least, because we don't know how long the teleport will stay active.
Well, can't we just reactivate it? We know
we might be able to from the other side. We don't know if it'll work from this side.
I'll stay with this, if you wish.
What happens if I take a key out of my many, many pockets and put it on the pedestal? Does that change the...
Doesn't seem to change anything there.
Okay, so it's unique to the specific key then.
Or if we do want to try, Kesh'an, if me and you, because we have got the speed and will understand them, head back and speak to the pit fiend and work out our way from there. Because he knows where the door is. Because he found it before.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, everyone okay with that? You guys wait here whilst we quickly go and find out where we're going?
Sure.
Alright, Andi, you're in charge.
I will say, Karius, you're on death's door.
Yep.
Pretty dangerous to be going around.
Yep, but I don't want to leave Kesh'an by himself.
Would it not be better if I went?
Can you speak Infernal?
I can.
Yeah.
Kesh'an.
I can also speak Infernal, and I've got the rapport, so I'm just gonna go.
All right, don't die.
Damn.
Oh.
I die, but...
Okay. John, Karius, you begin heading your way back.
Yeah, I think it was...
Just don't go too far ahead out of
that's
character.
A dead end.
It's not a dead end.
Really? It looks like a dead end.
It looks that way, but it just gets too dark to see. You can see at the end of that staircase, it goes under the maze, under the labyrinth, and beyond is just a very, very dark tunnel.
Well, that seems suspicious, and I don't remember seeing that before, so we'll keep that in mind.
Sounds like a maze in the dark. I don't like it.
Sounds like that could be the where.
Was it this? No, that's the water room, right? So,
Yeah.
So it'd be up here, around here, over here. Kesh'an, hop on the glaive, I guess.
Karius, Kesh'an, you've been in this chamber before, so you know what it would look like. Both give me perception checks.
Okay. No, that's not great.
It's too dark. Much too dark.
Hey, angry boy, you still down there?
You don't hear a response.
Oh no. No, Karius, I'm having second thoughts of his body.
Well, unless he's turned invisible. I'm just gonna have a quick look. Hey, brain can't remember the name of the pit fiend out of character, but Karius would. Or
Vish.
Vishtar.
Vishtar, you about?
No response.
Let's put that plan to shreds.
Last time you could only see to the bottom because you threw a torch down there. You don't see what's at the bottom.
No.
Okay, let's try this again. Grabs a torch because I've got a few more, and I will drop one down there after lighting it.
You see the desiccated corpses of dozens and dozens of the ants, all smashed into pieces, piled upon each other, but there is no sign of the Minotaur. Again, I'm going to give you one last chance. Both give me perception checks now that there's light. And as the torch falls down, you might catch something. Okay.
And nat 20, wow.
I've asked for perception checks a few times in this room. I think Lavellum was the only one who got close to even seeing it, but they went into the ethereal plane, so I kind of missed it. As the torch falls down, the light finds its way along a long tunnel on this side of the chamber, but it isn't a tunnel that's at the bottom, unlike the ones where the ants came from. This tunnel looks like it's actually man-made and has like tiling and stone brickwork. There is, however, a series of 10 by 10 foot walls that have raised up out of the ground to form that of like a staircase.
Where? To the top or to that door?
To that ledge,
Or
which
the
is
tunnel?
high up, and it's only
Okay.
about. I'm gonna say it's probably only about 15 foot from where you guys are standing, right? So
Yeah.
it's over here, basically, this ledge, and the 10-foot squares have been like raised up on top of each other to form like stairs.
I have a quick theory. Kesh'an,
Yeah.
follow me quickly.
I don't like this. I want to go back to the group.
Yeah, we're going to. It's just I want to take one ever so slight check on the way back, and hopefully we don't run into anything dangerous. Was this way?
Famous last words.
That's this way. This way. I just want to have a quick look down here again, because can I see now a flicker of a torch in like the distance?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Oh no.
That way leads down to it, but I'm almost certain this wasn't here previously, which probably means that those capstans that we've turned are what let him out. And it also probably means that down there is where we need to go.
Can I try and particularly listen to any stumpy stumps? I want to just close my eyes, cut out any senses, and just focus on hearing.
You can't hear any stomping going on. Either because you're too far away or because it's not moving, but there isn't the sound of the Minotaur.
I don't like this. Cameron doesn't like this.
Let's head back. Let's head back to the others.
You know what? This feels like when I played fucking Outlast.
All right, you head back. Karius and Kesh'an both appear through the teleporter.
Okay, so I've got some good news, bad
good news. You're gonna
and
say that.
terrible news. Which do you want first?
Terrible. Well, actually, wait, is there good news? Is there really any
Start with
good
the
news?
worst and then get better.
Okay, so the terrible news is that
Minotaur's loose.
yeah,
Again. He got out. He got out the hole.
and we think we may have been the ones that let him out.
Wait, what?
I think the turning of the third capstan opened up a staircase that let him out of that dark area. That's the bad news. The next area we've got to go is pitch black.
Is that where we need to go?
Well, there's a staircase which I don't remember being there before. And I assume if there was a staircase to get out of there, Vishtar would have just walked out. So that's currently the only place I can think of. The good news, all the bugs seem to be dead at the moment.
Yay. So how do we deal with an invincible Minotaur for a second time?
Well,
we need to find a bigger hole and throw him down it.
Well, there's a couple of things with that. We don't know if he's still invincible. That may have been a temporary thing. We don't know for certain.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we run around with the key lots and then just throw it at him and pin him with it. Indestructible, but doesn't mean he can lift everything.
Maybe we could find him and plant the key on him.
Well, that's what I mean. We just have to, like...
But then how
Still need
do we
the key.
Open the door?
Reverse pickpocket him.
Like, we'll think about that later. Let's just deal with the fact that we can't kill this Minotaur first.
It's not a bad idea, but...
Just drag him until his head explodes from the way. It's fine.
We might not run into him if we're lucky. So I think we should be quick. Head down there. We haven't confirmed that that's the path, but I don't know where Vishtar's gone either.
Okay, and what about Raheem?
Oh.
Yeah,
no.
Well, technically they were in a sealed room, so they should be safe.
Look, depending on whether or not that staircase the Minotaur has gone through has ended up there too.
I really hope not, because that'd be...
Lokshun, question to you. So Vishtar said when you first met that he was able to sense what you were.
Yes.
Can you sense him?
He was able to sense there was some sort of illusion magic, not necessarily
Also,
sense me.
Technically, he also said you smelt really bad, so...
I can smell him as well. If I mean, anyone can probably smell him.
What do we all smell like?
But putting that behind, would you be able to track him at all?
Possibly. I could give it a shot. Yes.
Okay.
Not saying I 100% will be able to track him down, but there's a chance I could find him.
I mean,
I don't sniff him anywhere in here, though. We'd have to start outside of this room.
if he does end up being invincible still, the Minotaur, maybe we just pit the Fiend against the Minotaur, and then we just go into the vault, grab the diamonds, and go. Pit the Pit Fiend.
Yeah, I got that. Pit the pit.
It is what I meant.
Let's deal with one thing at a time. So we still need to find one more key. We
have the keys.
Oh, sorry, we have the keys.
You just need to find the door.
So we need to find the door. I say we leave this key here. We find the door, wherever that may be. As soon as we find it, one of us comes back as quick as possible. I mean, I could potentially come back with Andi and carry her because I have speed.
The only problem with leaving the key here is what if the key goes walkies while they're gone?
But the key can move.
I mean, if I'm 100% honest, it's not going to go far. I mean, I got to the end of the hallway that it was kept in and I could barely carry it.
Well, one of the good things is that most of these corridors will be too small for the Minotaur to get the key. They won't be too small for the Dao. Who, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if he just went through the keyholes and is waiting for us on the other side, so we'll have to deal with him regardless. But we are planning for a lot of what-if scenarios. I think we've got to at least try to hope for the best and hope. We didn't hear him stomping about, so my worry is if he is down there, he's waiting for us at the door or on the other side of the door somehow.
Well, I don't think they'll be waiting on the other side of the door.
We also have enough time to rest as well.
Maybe a short one, but remember, we also ate those insects in order to get in here. We don't know how long those will last.
We're also running out of time anyway.
I'm feeling myself get bigger. That I'm not doing that. So I think we need to go eat them bugs that you said were squished.
We can certainly try. Let's head down there. Quick.
We do have 2 of them spare already, so if any of us get too big, we just get numbing.
Yeah, let's...
I didn't mean to come back.
There we go.
Which way is
it? I do have a bunch of fish. I don't know if they'll work the same way.
Are we bringing the key or not then?
Bring it because we might not have the time to be able to go back.
All right. Well, hang it on one of our glaives until it reaches.
I got you.
Until it reaches 150 pounds or something.
Yeah.
And then after that, one of us will have to hop off their glaive to get a maximum of 300.
Wait, I thought we're going the dark tunnel.
We are, and I got lost on the way there.
Oh, we gone the wrong way. No, the dark tunnel.
I was going to say.
I got lost. Don't mind me. Yeah, this way.
Okay. All right. So you get to the end of this tunnel. You do spot the L shape going towards this area that overlooks the massive chasm, and below you, you see the 10-foot walls that have rose up and form into that of like a staircase. So, yeah, if I drag your tokens, you can see the kind of path this tunnel takes. It just goes up, and then it goes left, like that.
Yep.
And then that's where you see the steps going down.
Right.
Now, around you, there's no movement, just bodies of these ants piled atop one another.
Do these look like the same ants that we ate?
But bigger.
They do, yes. Much bigger though, and you can see they've got much more deadly mandibles, and acid spray in this form, which you probably wouldn't have had to worry about when they were bug-sized, but they would have been formidable if you had to fight them yourselves. But yeah, they're all dead, almost all of them laying around.
Eat some of the meat to keep ourselves small.
I guess.
If you want to. But will they make you small when you yourself aren't small? When they themselves aren't small?
Lavelle and Eirina, whatever you're calling yourself at the moment, do they still have the magic radiating from them?
I don't know.
Don't know if you can tell. Not.
I'm just gonna break a bit of meat off and eat it. Like.
Yeah, we'll just try a bit. We've had one of these insects before. We're now in insectivores or whatever the proper term is. Do we feel ourselves getting smaller again as we eat a bit?
No, because what really is the case is they only work when you're enlarged and then you go to small size. But they themselves are the size of you right now.
Yep.
So you would need to. You could save a bit of the meat and then wait till you get enlarged and then eat it. But right now it seems as though it doesn't stack like an effect.
That's annoying. I was hoping it would like extend the effect or something at least, like just make it last longer.
Okay, what about the fish that I picked up earlier?
That's just fish. I don't know where you got a fish in the earth plane, honestly.
Let's.
Oh,
I've got literally 12, 12 of those things, fish filleters, I called them.
They're just fish. Yeah, they're just fish.
Let's see if we can see anything down here, I guess.
Not a great source of light, but some of you do have headbands and hats that give off light. Around you are these ant-like tunnels that cross over one another and lead into tiny little chambers. You can see this is actually where they've created a nest. But if you're being thorough and going through every single chamber, you begin to realize there's no real man-made structure to any of this. It seems like they've used the acid to bore a way through the earth and make natural chambers.
Yeah, it seems weird that the Great Khan would make this as part of the way to the door.
Yeah, but then why would these stairs here? It means that it did lead down here, at least the path.
Looking at the stairs, you can roll. Anyone who's proficient in Arcana can give me an Arcana check, because Karius raises a good point. Why would there be stairs down here?
Is this not what Saladin did to get the Minotaur out? Like, this is what he made, maybe.
Your assumption matches the Arcana check. These aren't stairs. In fact, they look far too pristine. As you're looking at them,
or whatever.
they're walls of stone.
Wall of stone, yeah.
Right, okay.
Which is a spell that the Dao have demonstrated many times.
So
and you can see that Zalazil has made 10-foot panels on top of one another to try and create the stairs to get him out.
Okay, so this wasn't the way. That's kind of annoying, but... okay, back we go.
Yeah.
That's alright, I'll drag you back. Excuse me. Okay, there you go.
So
So
back to where we first came into the vault, where that weird,
yes,
like outcropping was.
Yeah, so
which would have
way.
Been this way. I'm feeling like a bobblehead right now.
This way, I think. Yeah.
Okay. I assume we're all going together.
This is where we came out of the grassy area, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Just double checking.
are you going as a group?
Yeah, I would assume so, unless anyone's doing anything different.
Here we go. This is where we came in.
So something you notice crucially about this area, Elias and Karius. I saw Elias take this route around, very obviously. Karius, did you go when you passed here? Did you go up
went through the
or
little
left?
small passage.
You went through the little tiny passage which no Minotaur could fit through, and you see Elias continue on. And as you come into the chamber, you realize Elias come through the 10-foot by 10-foot square chamber.
Yeah, I couldn't fit.
I have a feeling we're both on the right track and the wrong track.
At this point, Lokshun starts to sniff the air. Unfortunately, he only got a 9.
Keep looking.
And you can keep looking if you like.
Oh, dead end.
Oh, hello, friend.
You found them.
If we stand here with the key until you guys tell us which way we're going, that way we're not adding steps to the key.
Yeah.
I found your friend's friend.
Oh.
There you are. Finally, I was wondering when you would catch up.
Is that the way to the
Indeed, the door is right round this corner.
right?
Did you acquire the keys?
Yep. This way, guys.
If you'd be so kind as to hand them to me.
No.
It is I who found this door.
And it's us who found the keys.
Yeah, we outnumber you in terms of that. Like, we found 2 things, you only found 1.
We also activated the capstans to allow you to get here.
So we found 5 technically.
This isn't an argument about numbers. I'm just politely asking for the keys such that I could open the way for us.
Do you know?
Been waiting
No,
here by the
because if
door.
I remember from the last time you lot spoke, apparently this is a race between you and me, and if you think we're handing over the keys so that you can win, you've got another thing coming.
You remember, I Levellin. Is that what I'm calling you? Or is it Eirina?
I don't.
I am Llewellyn.
Hmm. He raises an eyebrow and scoffs.
Just go with it. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm just.
Yes, well.
Do it. He's trying to win the race. If you give him those keys, he
Oh,
wins.
I haven't got either of the keys, so I'm not giving him any
Me
keys.
neither.
All right, I have it.
Yeah.
And Andi, well, actually, I think
So this is
one's
the door.
on the end of my glaive.
Indeed it is.
Right.
Levitate.
Come on, Egbert.
So as you come around the corner, first of all, you got the barber skin, the bag of holding, but the other key
Is hanging on Llewellyn's horse
Levi-
at the moment, and then we're levitating it once it got too heavy for the glaive.
Okay, so how much can the glaive hold?
The glaive.
£300.
Glaive can do
On-
300.
Okay, so
The
glaive
glaive's
can do-
probably pointing like that right now.
So we're pretty much working with £800.
not necessarily, not quite.
But
I saw
well,
the way you went as well. Yeah, the glaive fell to the floor just as you was coming back into the main chamber,
and then
So,
we would have levitated
Elias.
from there.
and as you try to levitate it,
Because that would be another £200, which is what, another 40 squares?
doopy-doo, doopy-doo.
And if you levitate it with the glaive,
The key falls to the ground right before the door, like 5 feet away from the door. I just measured it out. You see my little cursor?
Yeah.
It's got 500 on it.
so if the levitate is carrying it to 500, and then we use the glaive as well, that makes it 800.
Doesn't work like that.
That's why I said.
Levitate does not make it 500 pounds lighter. It levitates a object up to 500 pounds, at which point the spell ends.
Oh.
This key gets to 5 feet from the door and then slams into the ground with a heavy enough thud that you see the entire wall shake and dust simmer from the ceiling.
So, what about the fact that we are now, well, I am now double the size I was, therefore I'd be able to carry double the amount.
You're not double the size.
Well, I'm
You're like
about to-
1.2 times the size.
Damn it.
But
Can we use our combined strength?
Do it
Like
together.
if multiple
I'm
people.
just checking something. So To push, drag, or lift, it's 30 times your strength score.
Correct.
So, what is my strength score?
Encumbrance.
It's basically double my encumbrance, so I can do up to 480 by myself.
Cool.
So if somebody assisted you in lifting it, it should be fine, shouldn't it?
Yeah, if we have someone who can do like the other 40 or so pounds worth of weight.
I have 115 spare.
I think
So
between me, Elias, because obviously it will take into account some
You
like
need. So 16 strength, you can carry 480. 17 strength, you can carry 510.
and I have 16 strength.
Correct. So you're just under the amount needed
Yeah,
to lift it.
but with someone else helping,
Right.
I should be able to.
Okay. So who wants to help Karius?
Guess I'll help.
Elias. Okay. All right. This does still require a strength check. Whilst pushing or dragging weight in excess of your carrying capacity, your speed drops to 5 feet as well. Well, you've only got to move it 5 feet, so that's fortunate. That's fortunate.
What
But
was this? 5 from the right and 3 in between.
so the unwieldy key
It's
says
5 from the
this,
right and 3 in between.
and the barbarous. Hold on, let me write this down.
And the other one is 5 from the left and 3 in between.
So in other words, it'd be like 5 from the right, and they both come together with 3 slots in between them both.
Yeah.
Hold on. I haven't even shown you what the door looks like yet.
it's
Just-
clear. There's one on
just-
the left and one on the right and 3 in between.
There are 100 locks on this door. As you look at it,
Easy.
there is doopy-doopy-doo. What's it called? Hold on.
Barbarous key.
What?
Thank you, Jamey.
Okay, I found it. Okay, I'm gonna put this image in the chat for you. So if you look over this door, it is massive. It looks like it's made of incredibly hardy metal material, and there seems to be like clamps in the frame as well, connecting it to the wall. 4 clamps, in fact. And the door itself is triangular, and across it, there's no handle, but instead 100 keyholes, all the same size and shape. It's not discernible which one fits the key.
It's the third one up.
I can't believe you thought we were going to fucking get this before the end of the year. Come on, Chris.
Third one from the bottom.
God damn. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, be third one from the bottom because that would give you, and it would be, yeah.
Before we start pinging on everything, I'm gonna make this easy and do this. So lighting, token vision. Okay. All right.
Oh god.
Okay. Flat this out.
Oh no, Raheem. So
Okay. Here's
Are
what you're looking at.
we... I'm assuming we're supposed to see the whole map.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Cool. No worries.
That's so that you can see this door,
Yeah.
and so that you can draw on the keyhole and tell me which one you're opening, or you can scribble on it. That works too.
That's exactly what I'm. That one.
All right.
That one.
Because they would be 5 from the left and 5 from the right with 3 in between.
Yeah.
Okay. So just describe to me in detail which key is going in which hole.
Oh my god, this is
So
huge.
5 from the left. This one would be the barbarous key.
Barbarous key, yeah.
And this one would be the unwieldy key.
So we'll put the
Okay.
unwieldy key in first, and then we'll let Llewellyn win and put the other key in.
So you put the keys in. They fit into the lock.
And we try to turn them.
You begin turning them. And around the door, of the 4 clamps that are sealing this vault door closed, you see 2 of them open, one at a time when you turn one of the keys, and then you turn the second key, another clamp comes off.
Wait, so only 3 opened?
No. 2 of the 4 clamps have opened.
There's 4 clamps? What?
Correct.
But
That doesn't make sense. There was only 2 keys.
That is what you've been told as well. Vishtar's like, ugh. Give them here. You've clearly not done this correct.
No, no, no. I have an idea. What about the other ways?
I mean, other ways.
if
Like if you have it on its side. So, one sec. Would it be? No, no. It needs to be
Also, I
one that's
just realised
longer.
I copied the wrong thing into the chat.
5. I think it's also this one. So it'd be this one here, and this one here could also be viable. But then you could also do the same on the other side.
Yeah.
So you could have this one here and this one here.
So just to confirm, Chris, when we turned the first key, which I'll say would be the unwieldy key, that opened one clamp.
Correct.
And then when we turned the barbarous key, that opened the other one.
It turned yes, a second clamp opened. So I'll draw them on, right? So you kind of got an idea what you're looking at. I'm using white, so you can't see.
Ah, yes, I'm very good at seeing white on white.
Great. Can someone draw clamps
Yeah.
here with a color? And you got like another 2 somewhere up on the top half. But yeah, you don't need to really see them to imagine them. There are 4 clamps over the whole vault door. Like you'd imagine where hinges would be, right? But only 2 of 4 have been released.
But then that doesn't make sense because if we took the keys out and reused them, there's 4 other potential positions that it could be.
These clamps. Look at them.
Claws.
Yeah, they're clammed.
Open.
Unless
Open.
you do the other 2 and it's
Closed.
Unless we've not quite
Closed.
interpreted it right.
I don't know.
I was thinking of clamps from Futurama
Yeah.
when I started drawing them, and then I realized that they've actually got little smiley faces. Look at him.
Have
He's all like,
the girls come up with any solutions, or are you still thinking?
Any ideas?
Still thinking.
And I put into the chat the keys inscriptions that you've translated.
If the keys can be taken out and moved along,
You can try to, yeah.
the same road that we're on, move them to the very end. Because then if you move it from here to here, there's 3 between those 2 positions. And it's still 5 keyholes, maybe?
So you pull the key out. There is no change on the clamps. 2 still remain open. 2 are still closed. The keys seemingly can be removed.
We'll try it in the ones that Steph suggested. This one
Okay.
and this one.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to clean up this. Just so we know which ones you're going in, watch. Right. Now, I also want to type something. As in a letter. Because you said specifically barbarous. Okay, text colors go black. Oh god. So the barbarous key you stuck in this one.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And then the other one you stuck in here, the unwieldy key. And so now tell me which one is going in which.
So the barbarous is this one, I think, and then the other one, this one. So basically, there's a 3 gap between it and the original one.
3 gap between
So
it.
we initially put it here, and then there's 3 in between before the next one. Essentially.
Oh. Okay. So you're putting them at either end, effectively.
Yeah.
Okay. So you stuck it in the far end of this row, barbarous all the
Then
way
it's
in the
still
far right.
5. It's then still 5 keyholes wide, but there's 3 between the previous keyhole it was in and the one it's now in.
So
It's not 5 from the left and the right. I mean, try it.
Yeah, but if you count where the key is currently, it is still 5 keyholes across.
So who's turning the keys?
Well, the unwieldy would have to be me and Elias again.
That's true.
And barbarous
Me.
Llewellyn, because it's their idea. And
Okay,
so they win.
All three of you can make me Constitution saving throws.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Of course I can.
God damn it. 14. Which is low for me, bloody hell.
It is really low for you. We have an 18. We have a 25. As you turn the keys and the locks, you don't see the other 2 clamps release. Instead, there is a surge of magic that exhumes from the door, almost as if there's a tiny glyph in each keyhole, and placing it into the wrong key and turning it shoots the magic out of the keyhole. Llewellyn, Karius, you manage to sort of just about flinch and dodge out of the way in time. Or perhaps it hits you in enough of your armor that it doesn't affect you. But Elias, you're kind of trying to help Karius lift this, and so you've got into a position where you're supporting the weight of the key, and as it shoots out, it hits your hand and spreads rapidly over the rest of your body. It tries its best to resist its effects. You see Elias's hand turn to stone, then his arm, all the way over his body. And before he can turn and say anything, his vocal cords and expression have already solidified into a stony stillness.
Oh my god. I know the answer. I think I know the answer as well.
Elias is petrified.
She.
Kesh'an's petrified.
I'm going to ask this because as Elias is turning to stone, as Jamey had an idea out of character, does he have enough time to position his hand to point to where he thinks it's going to be? For one of them.
Could if I would, yeah.
Alright. I'll let one of his hands point towards which key he thinks is the correct one. The Sevilla's last.
I point to this one here. If my thing.
I see where you're pointing, yeah. We can draw on there.
Why? I don't get it.
Because it's the opposite way around. It still makes a triangle, but it's the fifth one in the middle. But if you look at where the other ones are, there's 3 between it.
3 between what?
If you look diagonally, there are 3 keyholes between the one he's pointing to and the one that's currently in, for both keys.
But it can't be both that go into the same one. That wouldn't make
Diagonal. Where is that? Ah. I'm not seeing it.
Well, maybe then it's gonna be
Lokshun says,
these
like,
two,
which do you
these
mean?
2 here. Because then that would be 3 lines in between, and 5 from the left and 5 from the right.
It doesn't say 5 from the left and 5 from the right. The barbarous key says 5 from the left with 3 in between. The unwieldy says 5 from the right with 3 in between.
Looking at the keys, now that they've been used for the actual first unlocking.
Yes.
Has anything changed about the keys? Like, has the text changed, for example?
They have not.
Okay.
The inscription remains identical.
5 from the right. I have an idea. And one of the things that we've had in this place is sort of gravity, perspective, etc. It's been a major issue. If we were to flip it, maybe it's just the same keys, but in the opposite hole to what we did. So where we put the barbarous originally, we put the unwieldy. Almost like it's a mirror. But that's, again, that doesn't seem...
Well, you had best get it right this time.
Yeah.
Else more of your friends will be... And you see Vishtar tap on Elias.
Yeah.
Turning to this.
I'm trying... Fortunately, we got that diamond dust, which will be helpful if one of us has greater restoration.
So Vishta, do you know which one it goes into?
I've studied this door for some time, but now knowing there's only 2 keys changes things. I had thought previously there was 100 of them. And then there being 4 clamps, maybe 4. But if this dryad of yours is to be trusted, and there is only 2, then it must mean that these 2 unlock all 4. However, there's clearly 2 meanings behind this. Maybe you're searching for those meanings, but... Well, we've ruled out one meaning.
Yeah.
It cannot be a sequence. It doesn't seem to care of a sequence.
Yeah.
With Llewellyn, Eirina's idea of them being, now there's 3 in between, after the first, that doesn't seem to count.
No.
Evidently. So it doesn't care about a sequence. It only cares of it only cares where they are placed.
Yeah. So there's only 2 more correct keyholes. But...
Right. which fit the rule of barbarous key, 5 from the left with 3 in between, and the unwieldy key, which states 5 from the right with 3 in between. Yes, this is trickier than I had thought.
I'm trying to think if there's anything obvious, like 5 and 3 don't really make...
5 from the left with 3 in between. There are 3 keyholes in between where you placed the first 2. Correct? And he
Yes.
looks and points towards them. These 2 keyholes seemingly work.
Yes.
As a pair of keys, there were 3 in between. So you were correct in the first, but it seems this puzzle was made to trick even the slyest of thieves.
Wait, 5 from the left. One, two, three.
Oh.
Kesh'an?
Don't look at me, mate.
I'm
My
wondering,
God.
I'm thinking this
have-
this one maybe.
Like, that in the red is literally my only idea, and I still think it will work, but I also know it definitely won't work.
Because
Wow.
I'm wondering, because if you count 5 on the left, 3, 4, 5, and 5 on the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you've still got 3 in between. And that doesn't rely on the position of the other keys. Like when we've done, it's the one that makes the most logical sense to me at the moment. And I'm willing to turn one of the keys as a test. I'll turn the unwieldy key.
I'll turn the barbarous key then, because I've got high con, so
Yeah, so we'll try
Okay.
those 2, Chris. So barbarous in that one, and
Barbarous in this one.
and unwieldy
on the left.
and unwieldy in the one on the right.
So, make sure we get... So, the barbarous, 5 from the left with 3 in between.
That one.
Okay, that one. And then 5 from the right
That one.
with 3 in between. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
People can see my logic there, right? Because I think Jamey got it at the same time as I did.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just realized I messed up earlier, but that's okay. You have actually placed them in the correct locks. As you turn them, the clamps do release, and you feel a shuddering around the door as if it's about to come open.
Open.
There is 5 from the right and 3 in between, with the barbarous on the left. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4 for the left, and that's where it would fit, the barbarous key.
Yep.
I just realized that you actually got it wrong on the first ones as well, because the barbarous key is not 5 from the left, it's 5 from the right. But that's my mistake for not realizing it, and so we're gonna overlook that. But technically, this goes around this way, and then you swap them for when you're on the top row, because you see how that works.
Oh, 5 is in counting from the left rather than 5
Exactly.
is in...
When someone counts 5 from the left, they mean count 5 from the left.
Yeah, I see
But-
what you mean, but I
Yeah.
feel to some extent that is one of those that could be interpreted either way. So that's kind of an iffy one. Because
Okay, but
Yeah.
let's say you've interpreted it with 5 from the left. What did you mean 5 from the left?
starting
So
at
5
the
from
far
the
left,
left-hand
I
side,
counted
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start from the right hand side, 1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4, 5.
Right.
So same as we did here, but in this case.
Oh no! Wait, you are correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. The bottom one is correct. The top one's incorrect.
1, 2,
So wait,
3, 4.
Because you put barbarous here, didn't you?
Yeah, which is on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, hold on, we're still on track here. Technically, the unwieldy key and the barbarous key are in the correct positions on this bottom row. That you got that right, and I was right because I double checked it. It's only in the top row that it doesn't quite make sense because the barbarous key is not 5 from the left, is it?
I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yep. Oh,
Yep.
It's interpreted that way round. Okay.
Yeah,
Correct. So I will say this much.
Yeah, I
The
counted
clamp-
it down the diagonal, but it should be the other way around. You count 5 across from each
Yeah.
side, and then there's 3 in between. Yeah, I see.
So I'll say this much: the clamps open momentarily,
But then,
almost as if they're in the correct position, and you followed the rules, but you flip them around, and it's almost in this moment of triumph when you realize, oh yeah, we did it, and then suddenly the clamps, both the two which open, slam shut again, and magic shoots from both keyholes, and I need you both to make me Constitution saves.
Sick.
Even the door got confused, it seems.
I'm going to.
Kesh'an, that's a success.
Oh no.
Karius,
Yeah, I know.
you feel the key, not just the key is being heavy in this moment, but your hands feel heavy. Arms too begin to stiffen, and you see the stone spreading up your blue skin.
Can I quickly cast a spell as I turn to stone?
Is it verbal only? You cannot move your hands. They're the first
Do
things
I
to
have a
turn to
verbal
stone.
only spell that would help in this case? Let me just check. I don't have. Okay, yep, verbal only spell that I can cast. Which one of the party has the lowest health at the moment? Actually, other than me, I'm gonna say
Eirina.
Right, I'm gonna quickly cast Healing Word on Eirina as I turn to stone, so they've at least got that as a bit of an edge to help.
Okay.
So
Karius.
Eirina have 6 HP back.
The last thing you see him do, and he turns to you, Llewellyn, or Eirina, and says, "What do you say? As part of the healing word."
Survive.
And then you see his expression turn to stone. Dogged face of determination.
Kesh'an's still staring at the door. Oh, we got them the wrong way round.
Oh dear, another one. Is any of you strong enough? You know what? Now that you have figured it out, I think I'll step in. I've got
no. Yep. I think
got more than
I'll
enough
step.
strength.
I think I'll step in.
Can you lift that thing on your own? It weighs at least 500 pounds, Kesh'an.
Myself and Andi will try to do it.
You go
I'm
sit
offering
over
to
there in
help
the
you.
corner.
All right, good luck.
Just keep watch for that Minotaur.
Are either of you trained in athletics?
No.
I actually am.
Okay. One of you
Despite
could
my
lift it,
strength being shit, but
and someone with athletics could actually assist. But
oh wait, no, I'm not. I do have proficiency in strength though.
you do.
You know
It's
who's
in strength
proficient.
saving throws, but
You know who's proficient in athletics? Llewellyn.
The tricky thing about it, if it was part of like a big structure or crate, you could work together one side on each. But with the size of it being like a size of a key, you can't both put like your full back into it. It's really going to require one person or two people who are proficient in athletics to pull it off. Or at least one person with athletics, right? That's why I asked Elias if he was helping earlier, because I know he had it. But
Lokshun,
aye,
how are
I can help.
you with your athletics? Yeah.
I can assist. I've got 19 strength.
Egbert's going to
I can
peck
pick up the
Vishal
key.
back to the corner.
Yeah,
He
Lokshun can
puts
do
his,
it solo, basically.
yeah, he puts his glaive against the wall and brushes his hands together with a bit of dirt from the floor, and then with both hands, one underneath the other, pulls and wrestles the key out of the lock. And the seeing your party members turn to stone one by one as you're pulling this key out, Kesh'an, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. Someone's to blame for this. Yeah, wisdom save, because of course.
Natural
Oh my god.
Holding the barbarous key.
The barbarous key has been out of its bag for a little while now.
I
Enough that
didn't
I
real-
would say someone's blood has boiled to the tipping point.
I didn't realize I was getting the barbarous key, but I'll roll with it because I got
You had
ways
to
to
have been.
counteract it.
I don't
He was
know who else
using
it would
everyone.
have been. Because it was Karius and Elias on one, and then you on that one, on that particular occasion.
Oh yeah, of
Uh,
course, yeah. No,
Yeah.
you're right.
It's seeing your allies one by one turn to stone has only rose this frustration, this boiling blood inside you. The barbarous key makes you see red. And as Lokshun takes it out, you could swear that he's actually going to try and steal the key instead. And maybe even Vishtar as well. He's waiting to pounce. And yeah, you feel the urge to attack the nearest of those two.
Before I take my first action, I'm going to use a bonus action for stillness of mind to get rid of that.
Oh, well. It's a full action to do that, but yes, you can.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
This bonus action can still. Oh, sorry, bonus action can still be used. Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, but I can imagine that Kesh'an kind of like turns round to Lokshun, and as he's about to raise a fist, he just catches his own hand.
Are you alright? The key's curse is trying to take hold. We should do this quickly.
Yes, please do. I'm
Swap
not sure
places
how
with
long
me.
I can hold myself back.
Alright. Let's try. And turning the keys, the clamps again release, but no harmful magic is released. Instead, you see the door beginning to open and swing wide. As it does, you see the room that you were first starting in, and you can see everyone standing there. Like, for example, Vermilion, the goblin, uh, and you see Zybits, the little scorpion, and you see the Golgar, the big golems made of crystals, and you see Lost to Earth. And as you're looking at them, they look back. You see the vision of the room beginning to sort of turn slightly. They're standing still, but the whole room begins to swing open, and you realize at this point you're actually on what looks to be like the door on the inside, and as it opens, you're seeing the door's perspective open and around. But you see, most likely one of the goblins kind of hop round to the side of the door, and they look at you as like one of the borrowers, and they say, "You did it! You got the door open. There's like a tunnel down here now. I can see light and crystals." Do you want me to lift you out of there? Hello?
That. No.
Oh,
Wait,
you're
they
very
pop out
tiny.
from the other side?
Basically, these are the people we left outside. They're still full size, and basically part of the thing we're in has opened, and they can now see us, like a dollhouse
Oh
almost.
shit! I did. Wait, but this isn't the door to the vault.
No, but they've said it's
But they
opened
can
a
see
tunnel.
the vault.
This is the door to the vault.
Oh, okay.
You're in the door.
Yes,
You were in
please.
the lock.
Yes.
You were
We
in the
need
lock
to
the whole
find
time.
Yakmog and Raheem first.
Ah. Well, you can feel your body's getting like larger by the second. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. In fact, ooh.
Like,
No,
would they have
yes.
not tried to figure out their way out of that room?
I'm looking at that room and like looking at the way that a maze is designed, and there doesn't seem to be one. Not that I'm seeing. The Great Khan really trapped him in there, but I've got an idea though. But it's just an idea that comes at a cost.
Shunt damage.
Exactly.
Well, Raheem
Yes.
can certainly take that. It may body Yakmug for the next week, but
The other one, it's not necessarily that's the cost. But, in any case, you can see they offer to ferry you out by one. Do you want to help?
Take the statues first.
Yeah, I toppled the
All right.
statues forward.
Little statues. What happened to them?
They're petrified.
Yeah.
One's pointing. Did you?
Yeah, there was to work out the door. He was wrong, but never mind.
It was wrong. Oh, his dying words.
his last words
wrong.
are wrong.
Yep. Okay. Vishtar hops out as well.
Hey, excuse me. Egbert is pecking him to stay in the corner. And then I'll help.
All right, fine. Ladies first.
Yeah, I'll help Lavelle and Andy out.
Okay.
Then Lokshun.
All right.
Then Egbert
So-
hops to me.
As you hop out, you're again standing inside that. It's like a 20 by 20 foot room, and in the center is that safe. And the safe was about a 10 foot by 10 foot metal structure. And you can see now the whole locking mechanism that you guys just went through, the 7th region, was the vault's door. And all those twisting mechanisms is exactly how James described it last time. It was like a combination
Okay.
lock.
That's cool. All right.
And if you look now as well, I'll show you. I'll get rid of this. In the center of the map, I have this little dial that I turn, and you can see the whole maze rotates around like that. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And all the
lagging me
walls
out, but I see it.
Yeah, you will lag out because it's moving about 60 walls at once. And that's how I changed up the maze. Each time you came back to the start, you're like, wait, this door wasn't here before, and wait, where did this come from?
Yeah.
You didn't quite figure it out, but yeah, that's how it all worked. The door was like this big one combination lock. And so now with that door open, you can see a passageway, set of stairs, and there's crystals and gemstones glowing and lighting up the way. And you can, because it's well lit, see to the bottom where there is one massive prismatic glowing gemstone. Now, you don't have to go onto the. You don't have to keep going exploring, but just so you can see what I'm talking about.
Wait, I didn't realize Egbert was actually a creature with stuff.
Uh, yeah. You just don't know the command word. Anyway, so yeah, this is kind of what you see. You don't have to be in it right now, and Vishtar isn't there, but you know,
This is
that's
just
what I'm
so we
describing.
can see in the distance.
Yeah, you've got enough light down there that there's clearly visible this glowing prismatic gemstone atop this kind of mound of rock. And one by one, you start to feel your bodies kind of resizing and shaping to their proper size. And I just realized they're not going to be the only ones that get shunted out. So, yeah, that'll be fun. The ones trapped inside the maze who are reduced in size suddenly take 6 points of force damage as they are pushed forcefully out. If your body, so in D&D, you don't just get crushed to death. There's something back in older editions called shunt. It's a mechanic whereby your body can't occupy a space because you're too big for it. You get shunted to the nearest available space, and you take damage equal to the amount of feet that you're pushed out of. And I think it's 1d10 for every 5 feet. So because it's actually only 5 feet, this box, I just called it 1d10. So it's not a catastrophic disaster. But what it would mean is you'd have to, if you took enough time, if you tried to long rest, you then have to catch new bugs and work your way back through the maze again from the start. But in any case, this time round, it's Rahim and poor Yugmug who are forced out first. And Yugmug immediately is just like, no! Oh, this is the worst day ever. This sucks. Oh.
Did they at least get the treasure?
I got your damn treasure if it was worth it.
Is it a great restoration? Out of character.
My head just feels like it got slammed against the wall. Or slammed out of it. I'm not sure.
I'm glad you're safe at least, brother.
Rahim is also a bit bewildered. He's like, ow. I feel like I tripped up, but you're all... Oh no. You're not all okay.
No, we
Was
need
there a
to...
Medusa in there?
No, it was the door out of here.
Ooh. But we have diamonds now. I'm sure we can fix it. Diamonds, right? You got diamonds? Where's the diamonds?
We have diamond dust.
Well, that's good.
You muted yourself, sir.
The diamonds will be in the actual vault down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he quickly looks down and sees into the stairs. Ah. Yes. They are indeed. They look like diamonds, maybe? Should we go look?
Yeah. Well.
What happened to our Minotaur friend, eh?
That's a bloody good question.
He'll probably get shunted out in a minute too, so, you know.
You're not wrong there. So, Eirina, you step down and into this vault, and you're expecting to see, treasure trove of diamonds, but it's actually quite sparse. The steps down here lead to just a kind of circular cavern. There are still a few crystals and giving off light around the walls. They do seem to have a very pure quality to them, but there's no vault of diamonds, so to speak, except for this one magnificent looking treasure in the center. But it doesn't look like a diamond unless the light shining through it is being refracted. But it doesn't look like it's been cut in a shape that would do that. You're not 100% sure. Definitely some sort of magic emanating from it, though.
I mean, if it's clear, I'll go up and have a look, so...
Yeah, can do. If you give me an Arcana check as you get a closer look to it. Will a 16 cut it? You're seeing the light isn't being refracted, at the very least. What you instead see is on every facet, every face, seems to be a different color shining from it. The light is coming from the inside of this. You see red, like a ruby. You see sapphire. You see topaz, emerald. It
Diamond?
doesn't look like a diamond. It looks like every other possible gem that you can imagine.
I'm imagining it's a storage container rather than an actual crystal itself.
Quite possibly. But the way it seems to shift and shine, it's not still. The light seems to be almost turning or shifting inside it.
Can I poke it?
Yep. Yes, you can. Poke it you do. Eirina, you see Kesh'an. As he pokes it, he too seems to merge with the colors. And his body seems to begin to go brighter and brighter. And it seems to almost turn into like polygons, like diamonds, and you see his face turn angular, where his ears would be, they're like triangles, and his like nose turns into that of like a crystal. And as this transformation is taking place, it's as quickly as he is being pulled into the crystal as well, and disappears.
I thought you were just Lara Crofting Kesh'an.
Yeah, it does happen. For the briefest of moments, you see him as like a full, like polygon 3D Kesh'an, but made up of crystals and gemstones, and then he just seems to be pulled in.
Yeah.
Right, following the leader, in I go.
Okay.
A bit of poke.
Vroom. You too feel a coldness as well as a heat rising up. You're not sure of what the temperature is, but it definitely feels like an energy that is suffusing your body, filling it almost to the brim where it feels like it's going to overflow. And suddenly you are sent hurtling across a prismatic array of realms flashing before your eyes. Rubies, crystals, all kinds, shifting before you like a kaleidoscope, dizzyingly, before you end up coming to a halt in some sort of long tubular like shaft. And you do bump into Kesh'an, who is in here. It seems to be like quite cramped a space for you both to be fitting inside here. But there's light coming from above. A great deal of light.
The Vellum, what is this place? Fuck is that?
Not that you can see at the top yet, but yes.
How far up does it go?
About 10, 15 feet. Probably a bit more, actually, come to think of it. Yeah, actually quite a bit
just
more.
Look at Kesh'an. Do we want to do like the Emperor's New Groove where we link arms and just sort of walk up?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Otherwise, I'm not getting up there.
Yeah,
No, you
I
can
can do
totally
it,
do that.
especially with my my wall climbing. We'll go at speed.
All right. Yeah, I like the idea. Back to back tokens should be this way around. Yeah, there you go. And you manage to wall climb up back to back, and the flight isn't too difficult. You do get to the top, and as you look over and out across this tunnel cave system, you can see glittering diamonds spread as far as your eye can see. There are diamonds in their rawest form, so they don't look as clear and as crystal as normal ones, but they they would be what you would find in a vein of diamond, right? And so they've and some of them have grown into clusters and geodes. But yeah, it's actually the cut of the diamond that makes it kind of glisten and sparkle. But nonetheless, even here, even though they haven't been cut into that shape, they give off a brilliant, dazzling light. Let me see.
The shenanigans again, eh, Llewellyn? Just like old times.
There we go. And in addition to that, you can see there seems to be like mine tracks and a couple of carts and picks where someone has been down here harvesting the diamonds.
Do we see anybody here?
Both roll perception checks as you're looking here. Oh, yeah.
Didn't like that ominous
Okay.
rumble that I heard in the audio.
It starts off like a distant pulse. Some sort of nauseating sound approaches. And then you begin to see it. Its shadow is sort of stretched across the mine from every angle where the crystal is lighting its silhouette. Some sort of creature is hovering in the air. Its image is almost blurred. Like when you try to focus on it, it becomes unclear. But as you turn to the left or right, its focus becomes clearer. It's almost counterintuitive to what you do to see something. But it's got this angular shape to it, like it's made up of loads of blocks. And in between the seams on those blocks, there is a pulsing magic. It seems to be getting louder and louder, and it just hovers through the space, almost following the contours and natural veins in the tunnels. And because you're only peeking your heads up out of the well at the moment, it doesn't seem to pay you much notice, but it just seems to float from one tunnel and then passes on through and out of sight.
Alice, that thing!
I don't know, but we better move quickly.
Mm.
We need to get enough diamonds to revive Eirina, and then to help the other two depetrify.
Okay. So that should be 2 diamonds, about 1,000 each.
We also do owe Chad a couple of diamonds too, so I kind of feel like we should take a couple to pay him back.
Oh, we're definitely going to take as much as we can, but not get greedy. Okay. How are we going to get them out? I have an idea. I don't know how well it's going to go though, and I don't know if I want to risk it. But Egbert might be able to peck it out because he is metals.
Okay. Yeah.
If I distract that thing.
Well, I mean, the thing's in the tunnel. If it comes back, then yeah, absolutely distract it.
Okay. Right. So we'll go quiet for now. We'll try and get some. Okay. Right. Okay. Psych up. Let's go. Let's do this. Quietly.
Also, I'm just thinking, Kesh'an, you might want to do your, check your flame or whatever, because Diamond Soul, whatever it was, diamonds, while we're down here. Because once we're gone. And you haven't quite got to that part yet.
Can I have a read and see?
You want to read the scroll of the Diamond Soul?
Yes, let's have a look.
Okay.
Have a cheeky peeky.
Alright, so there is talk of reaching the 7th region, of course, traversing the maze and conquering it. But there's also a section about the actual beyond the maze. And there is something beyond it. Much described how you kind of experienced that recent transportation. So, let's see it. Here we go. Yeah, there is sections on this, what he experiences as a first account. He says, you think, hold on, wait, get down to it. I've got the note. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, it says, I write not with the intention of dissuading those from reading, those reading from seeking their way into this place. Although I certainly encourage such a dissuasion, for I fully expect I cannot convince any would-be lords or ladies or travellers from throwing themselves to their dooms. I write merely with the hope that, with a full understanding of the threats, one less future adventurer might fall or fail to properly equip and prepare themselves for the intense dangers of this realm of treasure. The treasure itself is seemingly endless. This crystals form into lattice-like patterns. Unfortunately, this same treasure is to be the doom of many an adventurer, including gems such as diamonds, rubies, sapphires, emeralds. Seems to include mineraloids such as opals, obsidians, and even jets. And the exploration of this realm is what is only one minor danger of the plane itself. There is an efficient way to apparently bore into the plane here. He's using the Dow's earth magic that they've somehow mastered, but more advanced races probably use something like mechanical drills or mining machines. It seems as though bags of holding are imperative even for efficient exploration, and if one was to excavate this. But I'm not here for any treasures. I'm here to find something else, something that was calling me, a sort of tempering of the soul. I have no need for the caverns lined with treasures to be taken, and it seems that may have actually saved my life in the expedition that I accompanied. One of the most damning dangers of the excursions is the latent positive energy. If one is not careful, this energy is strong enough to overflow its holder until their body unravels. It's almost as if these gems sort of contain some sort of pure singularity of positive dominant energy. I'm not much of a arcanist to understand, but the expedition I set off with did their best to explain it to me. This is easily avoidable enough, though, with a simple identify spell, but it slows down the exploration immensely, which cannot be afforded for some. But nonetheless, it definitely stops the greedy from just snatching up every single diamond they come across. It does continue on, but you realize that kind of what he's describing right now might just well be one of said excursions. And you see the pulsing light, the bright, almost blindingly bright light coming from these crystals. It seems to be what he's describing as. But yeah, I just realized the time. I'll finish this, and then maybe we'll end on this. But so if you want, there's an account he finds much further on, which is a little bit daunting. Here, I'll describe it for you. It's best you know ahead of time what Ladorvu had to overcome in this place. But apart from the usual sort of dangers of native creatures and the actual plane itself growing into hard lattice-like structures, the crystals are extremely sharp and pointed, some with thin peaks and jagged corners. Traversing the plane required thick gloves and boots. But generally, even these were insufficient against a hard blow. Walking through the plane was like just rending and tearing our boots apart. We got through several pairs just on one expedition. I'd much rather people try to fly in this realm rather than walk across it. And but that was only the beginning. There are also this strange Terran-like creature, elementals perhaps, or something more. They seem to hold themselves with a sort of reverence. Maybe warriors. They appeared sometimes as humanoids, sometimes as insect. It seems almost as if whatever form the crystal sought to take. But they seemed almost as if they had a civilization here, and they were guardians of this treasure. They were aggressive and territorial of every cavern. Except they seemed to allow only the Tao to freely mine from the plane of minerals. All other parties were quickly hunted down and extinguished. Perhaps the Tao have some sort of pact or strong relationship that they've secured here. But we tried not to go alone, at least not without a Tao by our side to vouch for us. He talks about crystal life. He talks about some of the structures here. He talks about some of the different chambers he found, like the sapphire realm, the ruby realm, the emerald one, the obsidian one. There's quite a lot, but I'll skip down to what's the most pertinent part. It's called The Great Problem. As I've elaborated on before, I chose company, an expedition, out of a curiosity and a pull. And a lot of the others accompanied because they had lost either dear friends on similar experiences some years past. We assumed we'd come across the monster that slew their previous friend and their party, and we would take it down ourselves in some sort of avenging triumph. But as we plundered its tomb, it began to appear as though no vengeance could be found. Across that chasm, we saw some signs of life. Tents, bags, mess kits, gas canisters, around a long empty fire ring, but no people. Inside the tent, I could see some silhouette on the other side of the bed. It was motionless, staring right at me, seemingly waiting for me to make a certain move. Shivering, I brought up the torch to shine a light on it, and the terrified face of the previous company screamed a silent scream back at me. It wasn't them. Not really. It was their likeness of body, grown organically of crystal material. I'd never heard of a Medusa which turned bodies to diamond instead of stone. But it was far from unbelievable. I ran back to warn the rest of the expedition of the danger. We would have justice at last. After the 3rd hour, we agreed that the mineral Medusa was not coming, and set out to track it down. Shortly after this, we began to feel a distinct sickness of stomach, and many of us a splitting headache. The walls gradually began to vibrate until they sung with a cacophonous orchestra of single-note chimes. And then the captain of our party began to crystallize. He had looked into the Medusa's gaze. She had been here the whole time and possessed some sort of sonic screech. I covered my eyes, but I knew I could not fight unless I knew where she was. I tried to stay still. I began to hear cry and cry after from the rest of the expedition, whom I know must have understood to cover their eyes against such a threat, but were taken nonetheless, until eventually another member of the party squeezed our only bloodstone into his hands. Into my hands, as I felt his skin become crystalline, and he said in an increasingly difficult manner, "Tell them what happened here." To this day, I'm not sure that I know. And that's sort of where it ends.
Wow.
Yeah. He just knows that he has been tempered by this experience, touched by this place, a realm of treasure, but of a deadly secret.
Is there a Diamond Soul Part 2?
There is. Turn the page. But I think that's enough for tonight. I think we've pushed on more than what we've needed to. I think that's a good place to end it. You have reached some otherworldly place. This vault seems to be more than just a vault.
It seems to be a maze.
No, there are no more mazes. You've dealt with enough mazes.
Well, I will have to say that bit of news alone is amazing.
Um,
I hate you.
but if the clues aren't obvious enough, the thing you just climbed out of is indeed a well. And I think Steph knows what that means. But that is where we will end tonight's session.
I know
And
what that means.
yeah. So that we're sort of at the end. No, we're not. We got more. I've tricked you all. There is more to this arc than you thought. There is one more little bit which I've added only in the time because I thought the ending I had originally was kind of anticlimactic, so I've added this on. So
What then?
yeah, and it makes much more sense. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna sign off. Thanks
No.
very much for watching. Thanks for
Right.
playing.
Bye for now.
We'll see you all in the new year. Happy New Year's, everyone.
Yeah,
Happy New Year. See you
Bye.
next year.
Bye.
Bye.